Hello and welcome to As Long as Everybody's Having Fun. I'm Mr. Max, and I'm joined once again by my good friend Phil the Trill.
Bow, bow, bow. That was my air horn. Hey, how's it going, Mr. Max?
Yeah,
It's me, Phil. The
it's going
thrill.
all right, but as you know, and as the people at home know, by us being late, I have a big clock crisis.
Yeah.
Apparently, all my clock in the home are like more or less wrong.
Yeah. Apparently.
So
It's weird.
yeah,
It's like
I'll
a
need
weird
to.
problem to
Yeah, I'll
have.
need to take some time to go back around the house, fix all my
Mhm.
clock, try to synchronize them.
Get your winding key back out.
Yeah, I
Make
know it's
sure all your springs are tightened.
yeah, and I guess like some of them must be running fast or running slow, so that's something I need to keep an eye on in the coming months, right? It's a serious business.
Yeah.
It's a big
Wow.
project I have ahead of me, right?
Yeah.
Try-
Pencil it in. Pencil it
yeah.
in. Wow. You're such a busy guy these days, too.
Well, man,
You
I don't
tell
know
me
where I
about
would
all
fit
these things you
employment in
do.
my life.
You make it work
Yeah,
when
I
you
don't
have
know.
to,
Yeah.
you know.
How you doing, Phil?
I'm doing well. Thanks for
Yeah.
asking. I'm
Yeah.
on summer vacation. I'm also not working a whole lot.
Yeah, so you don't have to worry
Um,
about clocks so much either.
not even worried about clock. I'm gonna go see He-Man tomorrow.
Oh yeah,
I was told it
I
was
heard,
good. It was good for the little ones.
I heard people say it was also good for adults, right? Like some people although like I heard two people say it was good, and both were Mormon, so I don't know if that means something.
Yeah, I'm
But
okay with Mormon,
recommendation?
propaganda. Yeah, actually, funny story. First, I want to, funny story. I went to Utah once.
Yeah,
Um, I don't know if you've ever heard of this, but I used to be kind of into miniature wargaming.
yeah,
Like Warhammer Fantasy was my thing. I
yeah,
was a high
yeah.
elf player,
Oh really?
and yeah,
Oh,
and
I had like a orc and goblins army, and I
I
think when
have
I was
I got a 40K orcs army.
oh,
Yeah,
and
I'm
I was like
supposed to.
building a Britannia army, but
Mhm.
before I ever like put it to the table, I quit the hobby.
Yeah, very French. You picked the
Yeah,
France army.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah. Um. Well, I anyways, I went to
yeah,
Utah
yeah.
because there's this thing. I don't know if you've heard if you're how plugged into the YouTube mini wargaming scene you. I don't know if
Not at
you're
all.
plugged in at all, but
Nope.
there's this one channel called Blue Table Painting
Mhm.
with this dude who lives in Utah who's a Mormon, and I used to follow him a lot. This was like 10 years ago, something like
Yeah,
that. Anyways, he does this thing called Valhalla, where it's like everyone kind of hangs out in this really
yeah,
awesome mansion in like the woods in Utah, and they just play mini wargaming for like a few days. It's really awesome.
yeah.
And the reason I brought that up is because when we went to Utah, the theaters there, they have all these like religious Mormon movies playing,
Oh, really?
like just like right alongside the other movies. And
Hmm.
so like I didn't know that when we got
Like
there, I was
they
like,
don't movie that you don't hear about outside of
yeah,
there, right?
you know what I mean? So I got there, I'm like, oh, this is interesting. This movie's about these guys that get caught in like Eastern Europe or Russia or something,
Mm-hmm.
and they're like imprisoned, and they're like
Mm.
missionaries. Oh, that's weird. You don't see a lot of movies about captured missionaries,
Yeah. Well,
and it was a
you
Mormon
do if you live
movie.
in Utah, I guess.
Yeah, apparently a really funny Mormon joke is about how
Mhm.
much they love the Utah Jazz.
Oh, really?
I didn't know that that was a thing, but
Mm.
apparently the Mormons love the Jazz, which is a basketball team.
Oh,
I don't know how familiar you are with anything
yeah.
in the modern society.
No, I'm a bit checked out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, anyways, American basketball. Why would I expect you to know anything about that? I
yeah.
don't know much about it, but anyways, I just thought it was funny that they made it out because they believed in God, so it was good news. Spoilers.
What they made it out? What? Oh,
They made it out of the
the
jail.
Mormon.
I
The yeah,
spoiled the plot of that movie
yeah.
a little bit.
The of those Eastern, those Mormon missionary caught in
Mhm.
Eastern.
Edit
You,
out.
yeah, there you go. So if you ever want to watch it, we're sorry for that. Like,
Sorry if you're
like
if that was on your list.
yeah, whatever the title was. You remember the
Whatever. I don't remember.
title? Yeah, but I don't know. There's also like a lot of Mormon in the fantasy writing genre, right? And like the Brian Sanderson.
I'm pro Mormon.
I
I'm
don't have
down with
anything against
Mormons.
them. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, and
I just assume they're
the
heretical, but I
Tracy,
don't really know.
the two that the couple that writes Dragonlance,
Yeah.
they're Mormon as well.
Okay.
And wasn't he's a big sci-fi writer as well. Like, is it like Gene Wolfe or
no.
No?
I don't remember. I'm sorry.
Well, I don't remember either.
I remember a really
Anyway.
big sci-fi writer, like made like a really classic book
Yeah.
that was like a Mormon. I can't remember.
Oh, there you go. Like My Air Trumpet Orson Scott Card is Mormon. There you go. And it's like, we're not doing a Mormon Inquisition. I don't know. Like it's a weird topic.
We'll change the title of the stream. I noticed you didn't have the name of the stream.
Yeah, because
for
it's
you
kind of like
got lazy.
But it's kind of loose on topic, I guess, right? Just like
I named the Rumble one.
Oh yeah.
I named it "Vampires Could Be Straight."
Yeah, we can talk about that. We should talk about that now because like it's kind of like our.
It's
and that's
kind
why
of
we're wearing that shirt. I wore my like my vampire, my gaudiest gayest shirt for you because I knew you wanted to talk about that.
You're like, what's vampire? Goth?
Yeah,
gay?
Yeah, exactly.
There it is. And you're like,
you're supposed to,
goth and gay. I gotta pick between these.
You're supposed to dress as a cowboy, if I remember correctly.
I forgot about that. You're like, goth and gay. I got to pick between these 5. My goth and gay collection.
Exactly, and I thought this one was like sending the message a little more than the other one.
Smart.
Yeah.
Anyways,
but yeah, that's in your gaming weeks, right? You were on a mission to try to find a vampire play by post.
It's true. It is part of the what this week in gaming.
Yeah.
But I feel like we kind of wanted to make it the topic. So should we?
We can keep it for we can wait. We can
but
wait.
I do have other things that I did in gaming.
Yeah.
There's other news.
Your Rift game. Yeah.
It's gone.
It's gone.
We're not doing that game anymore.
What happened?
So I didn't realize this before. I think I've been I have PTSD from I'm using that very loosely, like a weirdo. But
gaming PTSD?
Gaming PTSD.
Yeah.
That's the origin of 4D entirely almost.
Yeah.
Against like flakiness.
Yeah.
Because like these guys, I didn't remember how like loose plans are with these guys. It's like 50-50, anything's ever gonna happen. You know what I mean? It's crazy. And so anyways, whereas with you guys, with like my online community, I feel like people kind of respect each other's time enough to like let people know stuff's gonna happen as far in advance as they can.
It happened a few times that like somebody had to cancel and shit like that.
Yeah, I say that, and then Max is over here with all these like Indian clocks or whatever. But anyways, moving on. So the Rifts game. So I was letting them know. I was like, I got the GM itch. I could GM, and it wasn't like I wasn't trying to like poo-poo this dude's game or say, hey, you're trash, I'm the best, or anything like that, because I just felt like GMing for some reason. And so eventually he's like, you know what? Every time we get to the game, I'm usually like really tired. And this last time I got like real drunk, so we didn't play. And
really?
There's been this other time where he's like, sorry guys, last night I stayed up too late and played video games. I'm like, what?
The GM.
What are we doing? Yeah, the GM is saying these things.
Oh man, that's kind of annoying.
Yeah. And so he was like, so I don't know, maybe I'm just like there's not enough energy into it. So he was like saying this to all of us, and he says, what would you guys think? I know Phil said he's got the itch, so maybe he should run the game. And I'm like, well, I'm happy to run the game, but I don't want you to be drunk or too tired as a player character.
Yeah, you have to be able to commit, right?
You actually have to contribute to the game.
Yeah, I think it's a good
But
opportunity
on
though.
the uh, on the other hand, we're playing a 1D game kind of, so does it matter a lot?
But it wouldn't be a good opportunity to push them a bit toward, okay, I'll run a game, but we'll do things a bit differently, right?
So that's
Start.
kind of where I'm at now,
Mm-hmm.
right? So like, is this so? Because is this the mistake that I'm about to make again, where like
Yes.
I take these uh pro 1D players and I'm like, all right, guys, don't ask me questions. Let's play in character and do all this crap. Is that the mistake that'll ruin the
Yes.
gathering?
Yeah. You
You
have
know what I
to
mean?
you have to be very lenient about it, right?
Yeah.
You have to take it like one step at a time. Don't come up with a whole fucking set of rules. Come
Hmm.
up with like one little thing, right?
Yeah. I'm gonna give
Uh,
them the co-creation survey. That'll be the
or
first thing
no, that's too much.
okay.
But one thing you can start by for once
Mhm.
is not roleplay their character and
Yeah.
not tell them how they feel and stuff like that, and let them and
Mhm.
explain them like I'm not gonna push you around. If you want a character to do something, you have to tell me that your character is doing something, right? So
Yeah.
trying to get them to be proactive would be probably the first step. You know what? I wanted to do a show
That's a
about
good
that.
point. Yeah, I wanted to do a show about
Uh,
that too. I think that
let's
would be
have
a good
Crispy.
show. Yeah, I think that would be a good show to rope in the old
Yeah,
table runner.
yeah. Let's try to get Crispy on at some point if
Maybe
he's
maybe
available
next
to
week
us,
we'll see if he's or next 2 weeks.
or
Maybe next
next
show.
fortnight. Yeah, next show.
Because then
Or and
I'll have a couple weeks of running it
yeah,
to let you
yeah,
guys
and
know.
then we're gonna
But
make a topic about like bringing 40, introducing 40 to regular
yeah,
people and
yeah,
chicken
yeah.
asses. All right, I'm not like I don't
What are
do that,
what
but
are the first stepping stones? And I think
yeah,
you're right. I think the move is modify GM behavior as the GM. So it's
yeah,
like I will never move your character ever.
mm-hmm,
I will never say what you think, feel, or see or anything.
yeah,
And then move on from there.
yeah.
Um
Have them be
and then
proactive.
introduce anyway, well, let's not do the whole show without
Yeah, okay, yeah, yeah.
but I think
Oh,
that's
there
what
you
I'm
go.
going to do.
And
Yeah, what?
Maya Trumpet for $2. They force them to play 4D. Phil, no mercy.
Yeah.
There you go.
They're gonna
So
be
that's
like,
a
I'm so
$2
drunk.
Australian.
Everyone's I find out everyone's actually drunk in the whole group.
Yeah.
I'm so drunk I can't do this. I'm like, okay. Um
Like
anyways,
I'm a drinker, but in our game I tend not to drink too
I was
much.
actually doing like 2 ounces of bourbon every game for a little
Oh yeah,
while. And I was like, this like during the over the course of the
yeah,
game. I was like, that was pretty good.
yeah, yeah. Like I often sometimes I'm gonna drink a beer or two, but like
Yeah.
that's not getting me drunk. It's just like keeping me hydrated.
Uh.
That's what I'm telling myself.
Yeah. I don't know what I was telling myself. I just enjoyed it. But so anyways, the game that we're gonna play,
Yeah.
I was like, okay, well, I'd like to play Easy D6 because all of these we had everyone basically hated on Palladium because they're like, these rules are stupid. And we're like, yeah, they're pretty.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, they're pretty bad. There's like 5 radio skills, and you're like, which one of these? And then like my friend, I don't think he did this a lot. It's just something that GMs might do is if the situation is described under one of the radio skills and you're trying to use one of
Oh
the
yeah.
other radio skills, then they
So you
might
know, it's
be,
not the wrong.
that's more of a radio scrambler than radio advanced. And you're like,
Yeah.
what are we doing? You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
No,
Kinda,
I always like and I could never get through a Palladium book. Right, all those fucking abbreviations drive me mad.
yeah.
Right, like that drive
Yeah.
me insane.
What
That's the topic I
abbreviations are
want
you
to talk
talking about?
about. Right, like the what?
What
Yeah,
abbreviations? Like what?
everything is a fucking abbreviation. Oh, you have like
That's
this is
true.
your CD and your OCD and your OT and
Your OCD.
yeah,
Yeah.
whatever. Like like OCC, right?
Yeah.
Like what is like? Oh, you mean your character class? Just fucking say that. Like you don't. Not
Mm-hmm.
everything has to be like this is your is what a standard damage and mega.
There is a lot of code. There is a lot
Yeah,
of code in
like
there. That's true.
it's fucking hermetic, right? It's like,
Mm-hmm.
but
So anyways, I was like, so I'd like to play Z6 so I could show you guys what it's like. It's much more openly Like you just kind of there's the same rule for everything. A lot of narrative is gonna push stuff, but then it's just the same rule.
Yeah.
And
And
they're
and
like,
you
"Oh,
see
that
like
sounds
also like
good."
this Palladium thing. That was one thing I wanted to rope in the topic with the
Mhm.
vampire talk as well.
About Palladium.
About Palladium.
Okay,
And
we'll talk about it.
yeah.
Um, anyways, the cool thing is, so like I'm telling them about EZD6, and then I was like, and they kind of were talking about fantasy a little bit. I'm like, okay, I guess we could do fantasy. I was like, and then they kind of got jumbled up, and I was like, well, what genre do you guys want to play? And they said basic sci-fi. And then I was like,
No.
basic sci-fi, EZD6. I'm like, I have the perfect setting for that. So I'm gonna
Yeah.
fucking play Horizon with these guys.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool, right?
There you go.
I
Yeah.
was like showing them like all of the work we did on it. And so, and guess what?
What?
And you say, what? And I say,
I said what?
there's a, I know, someone is
Sorry,
playing,
I didn't put any emphasis. What?
someone's playing an engineer and someone's playing a freaking, what's the one that you had? The jumping guy, Rascal or something.
Rascal. There you
Yeah.
go.
Someone's playing an engineer and someone's playing Rascal. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
And I think they're going to end up flying the same model ship,
Already. The
the
CX300.
Horizon, the
Yeah.
CX 300 Classic Turbo.
Hmm.
So that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
So that's fun. So we're going to be doing that. I think they want to be more bounty hunters, though.
That's how we started as well.
That's how we started as well. So
Yeah.
that's kind of fun.
Yeah. Are you gonna send them in a cowboy planet?
Maybe. Why not? You know what I mean? I don't know.
Yeah.
Should I mirror it that much? I was actually thinking about giving them the ship that we had at our full party death. So I was going to give them a transhumanist AI agent as the kind of callback to the previous game, just as a fun Easter egg to myself. And it's like the new Horizon.
And it gives them an opportunity to ask questions too, right? Like now they can do in character about the world and the AI.
That's kind of interesting, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and
That's
you can keep like a
your exposition friend
Naomi.
is ready. Yeah.
Yeah. Naomi.
Yeah, Naomi, that's right.
Yeah.
What if I named her Neo Me?
I wanted to.
I know you said it like a Canadian, but what if the name of the AI agent is Neo Me?
Well, I was thinking about that in the Horizon game, but then we died, so I never because I thought it was very interesting though. Like, and I don't know if Crispy did that on intent, right? Call her Neo Me because it's like new me basically, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
oh, that's clever.
So
I'm gonna use that for sure.
Yeah. But yeah, you could do that with the dash Neo/-ME.
Yeah. Clever. How about you, man? You do any gaming? And obviously, I have a lot to say about the Vampire play-by-post, but we'll talk about that.
I didn't do any gaming. Not any role playing. I did some work on Bastard Sword, but I've been going pretty slow. Been busy like with a bunch of stuff around the house, and getting late because of my clock. Apparently,
you're getting laid because of your clock. Because of your shit clock.
Late.
Okay,
yeah. And I played some video games. I've been playing. I finally got like Night in Tight Space, which is like the sequel to Fight in Tight Space, which is a deck builder game, right?
Oh, okay.
In Fight in Tight Space, you would play a secret agent, and then the deck you build they're like strikes, so like a palm strike, a kick, front kick, and stuff like that. So then you position card as well. So you have to position yourself in the room and punch people and kick them and dodge their hit. Right?
Who are you playing this with?
I'm playing alone. No, it's a video game.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I thought you were saying it was a card game for some reason.
Yeah.
But it's like a it's a card game style video game.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. And now and they released like a sequel to that, what is called Night in Tight Space. That had been out for a while, but people were saying, yeah, it's not quite as good as the first one.
Mhm.
Now you have a party play, and it's set in the medieval kind of fantasy world. But it went on sale this week, so I got it. I played it, and it's all right. It's too much story though. They try to force the story too much into it. It slowed the
Okay.
game down. But you have a tight mode that anyway. I would recommend it if you can get it like for $5, like I did. Right? It's like it's worth $5 at least, maybe 10
Okay.
even. Yeah.
Okay. Which
Yeah.
one should I get? The fight and tight spaces or the night and fight? The night and tight spaces.
I like fight in tight space better, I think.
Okay.
But they're very similar. So if the theme
I
appeals to you
prefer
more,
secret agents more to knights. So
yeah. Well, there you go. Yeah,
yeah.
if you can get it cheap, right? Like it's I think I would recommend fight in tight space more.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. Which is
All right.
unfortunate, right? Like when a company like make a, it's like the fucking Mountain Blade thing. They made Bannerlord, and it's not as good as Warband.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I wonder why they do that. Have you seen the new Stellar Blade preview?
I didn't.
No
I
one's
didn't.
talking about how it's not as hot.
Because she's younger, the
Yeah.
character.
She
Yeah.
appears younger,
Yeah, with less big tits and
less jiggle physics potentially.
yeah, yeah.
I
Which
mean, what do you do in Stellar Blade? Less jiggle physics?
not a type of game that appealed to me. I don't play a game with female
Yeah.
protagonists anyway, so
Smart.
yeah. And but yeah, well, it was like the summer game
Fest. Yeah.
summer game fest. Yeah,
Guild Wars 3
yeah.
is announced.
I was about to ask you if you were excited about it. Yeah.
I am. I signed up for the beta.
Really? Huh.
I played that game a lot. Guild Wars
Yeah,
2.
I still haven't tried it. Like I don't have that much time to play video game, and those kind of MMO seems very involved, right?
Yeah,
Kind
the
of
time
dedicate
that I would spend doing cool shit or stuff that's like beneficial to me, I use that time to play video
Yeah.
games.
Yeah, that's the thing, right? I have other priority in my life.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
that's why like when I'm playing like I'm gonna play like this deck builder game because I can play like for here
Right.
and there, an hour, maybe half an hour.
Mm-hmm.
Come back to it later. Yeah.
Oh,
And
look, Elf Hunter talking about the
oh yeah,
Horizon game.
yeah, the
I
Horizon
will
game.
be updating y'all. I'll give you guys little plot snippets. It's canon. I'm making it canon.
Yeah. So anyway, so that's what it for me for gaming. I barely did anything this week regarding gaming. Like even like this video game,
I
didn't play
gotta
that
get
much.
back to you, man. I gotta save you.
Mhm. Yeah,
Apparently, I
I'm
have to
missing it
save
to
you.
missing it to be honest. Getting
Yeah.
this time in the week that and I don't have like I don't have the volume like because I have something else to do, right? I have like so I don't have like I miss it, but I can always like fill that time with something else.
Right.
One thing I've been doing, I started reading the Count of Monte Cristo,
Okay.
which is pretty good so far. I like and if you never read Dumas, so Count of Monte Cristo or the Three Musketeers, right? Alexandre Dumas. He one thing
Which
he
one
does
would you
very
go
interesting.
first? Which one would you go first out of those two?
Three Musketeers.
Okay.
Three Musketeers is very actiony. I don't really care for the main characters, the protagonists, because they are douchebag basically.
Mm-hmm.
And I side with Richelieu more, which is like in the movie Richelieu is always like depicted as a mustache twirling villain, but in the book, and that's what I would say. Like one thing Dumas does those antagonists that are very human and very like they're not bad guy. They just have different like objectives.
They're just in opposition.
Yeah, they just have goals that goes in opposition to the protagonist.
That's cool.
And in the Three Musketeers, the Musketeer could be said are the bad guys because what they're doing is like immoral and shit, right? And illegal.
I mean, they're killers for hire, right?
The Three Musketeers, while they work for the king in theory.
Yeah, I don't know the plot of Three Musketeers.
But
I should look into
working. They keep working against the king. In effect.
They're traitors.
Yeah, I would say that. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. But they're courageous. They are brave, and they're dashing and stuff like that, and daring, right? So there's still something interesting there, and it's well written. It's like it's actiony and stuff like that, and it's funny. In the Count of Monte Cristo, Like the guy that sent the main character Dantes to prison is not again depicted as a big evil villain. Like it's just like he's doing something wrong, he's doing something bad, but he got good reason that you can understand. And I think that's very interesting for when you think about your own villain in your games, right? Something to think about, making them
Yeah,
like
there's a part of me that when I'm thinking about villains is that a part of me kind of wants there to be some objectively evil part of them. Like it's better if there is that. But then another part of me is kind of like, yeah, just have it be a relatable villain. But then I don't know.
I think
What are
the
your
I think
thoughts
the
on
way to
that?
go is like the way to go is to vary it, in my opinion,
Mm-hmm.
right? Is to have different flavor from time to time, so not everything stays the same, basically, right? So, but we often like forget about this thing, right? Like, well, no, I'm not like really a bad guy, but like you're in my way, I need to do that. I have like this goal I'm trying to accomplish, right? I'm trying to do something good for the nation, and you're trying to do something good for your family, and unfortunately, your family is kind of in the way,
Yeah.
right? So, and then you can, well, who's in the right, who's in the wrong, right? It's depend on
Mm-hmm.
the scope you look at.
But
But
then if neither one of them is wrong, is there um it's like is there a conflict almost, you know? I mean, not
there is, but
conflict,
it becomes like a
but
different level, right? Like the Dentes, the in the Count of Monte Cristo, want to get revenge, and
mhm,
he's right to get revenge because it's been like immensely wronged, right? What they
yeah,
did to him was awful, even though like you can understand the reason behind it.
for the good of the realm or something. Is that what's going on?
No, it was for his family, for the family of the villain.
Okay.
Uh,
Right
but
on.
he was protecting his family, basically, right? So he kind of screwed the other guy, which I still think is wrong, right? Like I'm not saying he's a good guy, like the
Mhm.
Vilford, but you understand his reason, you understand his why he's doing it, and
Yeah.
he also kind of feel bad about it, and he express it during the. So that's also interesting.
Yeah. I mean, think about like Game of Thrones type
Hmm.
situations where it's like everyone's willing to, maybe not everyone's willing to cross a line, but usually there's something greater that they're trying to achieve. Sometimes they're just power hungry, and
Yeah,
but it's because they have been ruled over or betrayed in the past. So
yeah,
I
it's
like
a very
that.
treacherous world.
I guess that is more interesting than like
Mm. And one thing also you can do is have this kind of conflict between two families or two important character, and the
mhm,
PCs are kind of in between, right? And the both sides are trying to use them. In the one thing in the Three Musketeers, Richelieu, even though like D'Artagnan wants to become a musketeer, and he hang out with the Three Musketeers, and that's kind of his goal. Richelieu keep pulling him over and say like, "Man, those guys are bad news. There's gonna be a bad influence for you. You're a kid with a good lot of talent. You should come work
mhm,
for me instead, right?" And it's very like he's and he's not doing that like in any like kind of a schemy way. He's like very like being paternalistic about it, right? Very being like trying to say like, "Man, those guys are bad news. They're scumbag," and when you read the book, they actually are, right? So
mhm.
they're always like, so if you hang out with them, they're gonna drag you in bad behavior. You should come work for me instead.
Right.
Uh, so that could be interesting too to do for the having those two faction that have different views, different like between the personal freedom and the duties and the honor and and where your honor is bound, right? Or is it like personal honor versus like the honor of the family, or something to play with.
Yeah, it is.
Mm. And my point also is it's also a good habit to go back to classic literature and things that survive. To go back to some ancient books because it survived for a reason. And I'm also watching Dragon Ball because I've never seen it.
Interesting.
Yeah,
What's the story you're watching in Dragon Ball right now?
the first one. I never watched any of it. Right? I like and
Oh, you're watching Dragon Ball.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
not Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah. You
Yeah,
enjoying it?
I enjoyed the first season very much. It's extremely stupid
Right.
and very gonzo, but it knows what it is, right? And it's not pretending, and it's like it doesn't hold back, right?
Okay.
Uh, now I started the second season, and it started a bit slower. Like like I missed Bulma and Oolong, which I liked a lot.
I don't know. I know Bulma's the blue-haired girl.
Yeah, yeah. They
I
seem to
don't
be
know who
wanting to bring her
Oolong
back
is.
now. It's the pig, the shape changing
Oh
pig.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Now I
But
remember.
yeah, but I found it was like that's also like something I thought it was very funny. Like they go on this big adventure to get a Dragon Ball for very fucking stupid wishes they want to do, right? Very petty, right? No aspiration, just like I want to have a boyfriend. Like, I don't want to be shy around women anymore. Like,
That's funny.
so
Maybe I'll
yeah,
watch that with you.
yeah. No, it's like
I've been
it's
looking for a. I was my kid.
yeah.
I'm trying to get my kid to watch something, and I'm trying to
Yeah.
figure it out. I wanted Naruto to be a thing.
Yeah. No, you didn't get it.
But it's not. I don't know. It's not like really all that kid friendly. It's like much
Well, that's
more
the
of
thing.
like
Like
a
Dragon Ball
badass,
was
like 10 to
yeah.
12-year-old boy show.
Dragon Ball was kind of like you could tell it was made for kids, but it was made for kids like back then, right? It's like
Yeah.
I don't know if it's appropriate today, right?
Right.
It's a bit like it's a bit pervy sometime, right? There's like a lot of like
I remember.
yeah.
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 Okay.
But anyway.
Anyways.
But I'm trying to fit in those cultural gap that I have, right? Those because apparently I missed out a lot.
Oh.
In
When you are younger, you empathize with the Musketeers. When you get older, you understand Richelieu.
Maybe, yeah.
And then
maybe that's
Full Metal
maybe that's
Alchemist.
I never watched
Maybe.
that. Yeah, I never watched that, but
Maybe.
I have like a problem with like a magic user as protagonist too. Right?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
It's pretty hardcore too, don't they? Like some pretty
seems.
significant death at the beginning.
And maiming and shit like that, like guy losing his body and shit. Like sounds horrific.
Yeah.
I'm watching Killjoy live action sci-fi series, kind of like Firefly or The Horizon. I think I never heard of it.
I think I started watching it.
Yeah.
I stopped. There was a lot of shows like that when Killjoys was coming out.
Really?
One of them was like something is like Black something.
Mirror?
No. It was like everyone had amnesia and no one knew why they were on the ship. I'm trying to remember what the name of that show was. Anyways, the other one was
Dark Matter.
Expanse. It's coming out. The Dark Matter. That's the one.
Never watched Expanse either.
And then what was the one that was like Defiance? I watched that one as well. So I watched Defiance and I watched Dark Matter.
Yeah. Well, maybe I'll get to it at some point. Like there's too much to watch, right? I don't know.
Yeah. It's like weird.
Busy,
like
I'm a busy guy. I have to wind up my clocks and
heard a lot of good things about Killjoys. Maybe I'll check it out. I need it. I need another Farscape in my life. Maybe I'll just rewatch Farscape.
That's the problem also I have, right?
Yeah, Defiance and the 100. That was another one that was coming out at that time. My wife was super into the 100. I stopped watching because it was a little bit too girl boss for me.
But that's the problem I have. Like sometimes, like, I should watch this new thing, and then like you know what? I'm just gonna rewatch Only God Forgives instead, right? For the intimate time, or I'm just gonna rewatch Dune again, or
right. Yeah, I'm watching. I'm on a movies thing right now, so
yeah,
I'm watching a lot of movies. Anyways, shall we get real fun important? I mean,
we should look at that this week in fun important news.
Wow.
It's kind of a Mr. Max Popular quiz can never get sold.
He's telling me about like the Three Musketeers, and
Yeah.
I'm the idiot when we get to classic stuff like that. The good
Well,
stuff.
maybe that's why like I'm not very up on the pop culture because I'm still
Mm.
working my way from books from hundreds
Still
of years
catching
ago.
up.
Yeah. I don't know. You made it so far, right? Still
Uh,
have like books to read that have been published century before I was born. I want to
that's
read
fair.
like Baruch Karamazov. That's high on the list. No,
There
I
you
never
go.
read it, and I feel that's a big gap that's missing. I feel
Mhm.
that's missing more in my culture than The Expanse, to be honest. I'm not.
I
I
think
don't
you're
want to
right.
crash talk The Expanse, but it's like yeah. So okay, let's do some news. I don't have that much this week. That's why like I like the talk a
That's
little
good.
more on the upfront segment, but sometimes we can drag them on. You remember we talked a few weeks back, maybe last show, maybe the one before. Oh, like the people at the Magic Arena.
Tyler, hello.
Oh, hello. The people at the Magic Arena was wanted to unionize, right? And Watsy wasn't too happy about it,
Mhm.
or Hasbro.
And then
Well, there's some development in there. They refuse. We mentioned, I think, in the last show, they refuse to recognize a union. So now it has to
right.
go to a vote. So when a shop tries to unionize, the employer can say, okay, let's do this and willingly recognize a union and then just get done. Or they can say, no, we'll have to put it to a vote, and then that's where they are now, right?
Mhm.
So now the voting process started. And also one thing that they did after like the motion to unionize has been started, they sent letter to employee that was working remote since COVID to no, it's now you have to go back work in the office suddenly. So a bit like
We're about to make things real uncomfortable.
yeah,
That's
a bit
smart.
of like you want to play
Yeah.
hardball, right? So we're gonna be a bit of a jerk too.
Let's take things back so that they can be put back on the negotiating table. That's basically what they're doing.
Yeah, basically, right? And one thing also,
I mean, I'm not
basically this
reading their mind. I haven't researched everything. It's my hot take.
it did like people did take it like as a bit of like a reaction move. So no,
Yeah.
that's too much. Like I'm feeling a bit trapped, but like if I
Yeah.
undo this but one more button, it's a bit too much.
What happens when you get huge?
Yeah, my big titty
Mm,
can be contained. And then they published a list of employees that were eligible for to vote on the union thing,
mm.
and they use everybody's legal name,
They
which you see,
doxed all their employees. Is that what you're saying?
not the doxing that was a problem, is the dead naming, because turned out that WotC has
Oh,
several transgender employee that are not using the legal name, right? Are using the preferred name, and now
mm,
like they expose their birth name or their legal name to everybody, and that was like
no.
a big stink. And then like they said they were upset, and then they say, "Oh, we're sorry, it's a mistake," and stuff like that. And then they did it again 1 week later when when it came time to vote, right? So I don't know. I
That's
don't know
an
if that was
interesting
like
tag.
a
Okay, now I had a dream.
yeah,
You want to hear about this dream I had? Okay, so
of
I am a
course,
major corporation, right?
yeah,
And the workers, they're starting to get a little chatty,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
And I'm noticing that the ones that want to organize have
yeah.
more of a left-wing bias.
Mm-hmm.
And
Just make things
so
uncomfortable for them, right?
who else has a left-wing bias?
I don't know. Maybe people that don't use their birth name, right?
People that potentially are
Mm-hmm.
transgendered, if you will. And so I dead name all of them, and then they get so angry they leave my company.
Yeah, just before the vote, right? So, oh
Yeah,
no, we're not the
maybe
voice.
with a small settlement
Yeah,
to avoid it's because of the impropriety that I caused.
yeah, but without going like all like a conspiracy theory, right? It
That was
did
a dream I had. That was a dream I had.
appear. Yeah, it did
That was a
appear to
dream.
be a bit like I don't know. Who knows?
Reaction.
Maybe it was just like an honest mistake, right? Like, well, what do you want?
But
What do you
then
want
you
to do,
do
right?
it the week later.
Yeah,
In the dream I had, I did it 2 weeks in a row,
Yeah.
just to kind of.
After people like raise a
The
stink
first time
about it.
didn't work. The first time didn't work.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Uh,
smart,
yeah.
ruthless, maybe.
Yeah, it's a bit savage, right? It goes against it, but it's also like
But at the
also
same
like the
time,
thing
like
like
do your fucking paperwork. Like, what are we doing? Like, what are
do it a
these
third
employees
time.
doing?
It's
Yeah,
back
do
to
it a third. Do it until they stop.
But you know, like that's the thing too. Like, what's he like as a culture of like being very acceptant and supportive of their transgender employee and stuff like that. And maybe
It's
that's also a way
Hasbro.
of saying like, well, yeah, not a, it's a way of saying like, well, if you want to play like those kind of game, okay, we'll be we'll be a little more corporate, we'll be a little less human, right? We try to treat you well, and now you want to be a bunch of dick about it. Well, come back to the office, and I'm gonna use your
Way to
fucking dead
watch your
name.
language, by the way.
Me?
Yeah.
Am I supposed to watch my language?
No, I'm saying you did. I'm glad you did.
Oh, I didn't notice. But
No, I'm sorry. Never mind.
anyway,
Stop being edgy. Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah, just
I think it's
just some development in this WotC unionization, this Magic the Gathering arena unionization. I thought I said when I would talk about it, I would follow the news about that. Well, I'm doing that now, right? That's
all right,
and that's how it's going.
I wonder if it had any impact at all. Like to know, but I mean, surely you can like update your
paperwork,
like your HR. I don't know.
There's probably like they probably have to use the legal name.
Yeah, how else? What are they supposed to do? Just make
for
up
tax reason, right?
Yeah.
Or but like, in the HR, they probably have like a box for legal name and preferred name.
Yeah.
And when they drew the list, they just went with the legal name, right? Like it seemed like it seemed would have been easy to avoid, to be honest, right?
Yeah.
And especially like doing it twice, it's kind of like, I'm not like, I don't know. I'm not really taking a side one way or the other on that, right? I'm just reporting the news, what I've read, right? And people were upset.
Yeah, I don't care who wins.
Yeah, it's like when you see like two people you don't really like fighting each other. I don't care who win. I'm just like, I just hope you
kind of fun.
enjoy each other a lot, right?
Yeah. It's like watching sports.
Yeah, yeah. I don't have a dog in the fight in this one, right?
Yeah, third time's the charm. There you go.
Yeah, maybe that's what he needs, right? Yeah. All right. Since we are talking about like Hasbro and
Hasbro has done some bad things too, guys.
Yeah,
it's not all just Hasbro all of a sudden.
And it's also like like I'm not really pro union. I'm not really pro Hasbro. I'm not really against union either, right? Like I really don't really have a dog in a fight. I just think it's funny seeing like those kind of behavior on when people are getting upset. It's like, can they both lose? Yeah, that's that's what I hope. If everybody can lose in that. Like I want it to get messy. I want some drama from there, right? Because like it's entertaining for me, and I don't care.
What's Hasbro without drama?
Yeah.
What else would I care about that company for?
A few weeks ago, we also talked about the D&D Beyond drops, right? Where the people were upset about the drop because now it was content that you had to be a subscriber to get weekly drops. You remember that? On every Thursday, they gotta do those drops.
Yeah. It's a lifestyle brand.
Yeah, and you have to be a subscriber, and you couldn't share those drops. And part of the benefit of being a subscriber is you could share the books you use with non-paying member, basically, right?
I feel like
and people were upset about that.
I feel like you should get, just to kind of go back to that, I was thinking about it. Maybe give him like a +1 license. It's like you buy it, you get to give it to like your GM.
Yeah, but now what's happened is because like people were upset about that, and they decided to renege on their position, and now you'll be able to buy the drops as a yearly bundle. So you can. So now even if you're not a subscriber, you can still get them if you pay for them, right? If you give them more money, you can still get the drop.
Nice. So there's going to be a D&D for every year moving forward.
Yeah, Yeah,
It's
and
pretty
there's
cool.
gonna be like a bundle, like a yearly bundle with all the drops that they drop during the year, right? Right. So
I wonder how much the bundle is.
I
They
don't know.
said.
I don't know. No, I don't think they said. And they also,
Does that mean you have to buy everything? I guess
yeah,
so.
yeah.
Like
But they
that's a lot of
also
content.
said that they're gonna
Yeah.
get some news about the sharing in the coming weeks. So they might, if you bought this, if you got this content, if you bought this content, because also the thing that if you get the drop as a subscriber and you stop paying for your subscription, that you would lose the access to the drop. But
Mhm.
now, if you can also buy them in the yearly bundle, right? Maybe that
Mhm.
changed. Who knows, right? But like they're not quite fixed on it yet. Like they're still trying to figure out the sharing mode because like people were so upset about that. So they say like in the coming weeks they're gonna have news to that. So that's something to
They're
look forward.
kind of like backing into
Yeah,
the subscription again.
yeah.
So it's like, okay, you have a subscription, you can pay it once a year, and then you can pay the once a year bundle. We'll call it a subscription. You know what I'm saying? It's just like the gold tier.
Yeah. They're trying to do it like
You're
by
still
another
lump
name.
summing once a year.
Yeah.
So
Well, the subscription is probably like monthly. It's like monthly
I
subscription.
mean,
You're gonna
usually
pay
you
it
can
once
get
a
a
year.
discount on an annual
Yeah,
subscription with
yeah,
almost everything.
yeah, yeah. No, it's
So it's like you get the bundle and the subscription for the full year. I feel like that's a packaged
basically they want to get more
product.
money from everybody, right? They want to
Yeah,
get more
of course.
money. They're trying to push it around because people want stuff for free, or they're upset that why I'm paying this big tier subscription. I want to
Mhm.
be able to share the content I get with my friends. And they say,
They should
yeah,
start.
but your
They
friends
should
don't.
start replying to all those complainers with their legal name.
Yeah,
Give it a try. Maybe we'll do something.
calm down, sir. It's mom.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, sir.
Like all they're doing is saying, "How come I have to pay for Blade Master?" It's like $3. And they're like, "Okay, well, this isn't
Yeah,
even worth tweeting at you. You're complaining about a $3 purchase. You're not who I'm catering to. I can tell
it's
you
the
that.
transaction. But yeah, like no,
Yeah.
they're
I'm catering to
basically
gold subscription annual guy that's
yeah,
willing to pay the 120 a year
yeah.
to get everything."
Fuck the freeloader.
Yeah.
That's what they're saying basically.
Yeah.
This life, man.
They do tend to complain more.
It's true. Baldur's Gate and Baldur's Gate 1 and 2 are to receive a remake, apparently. Again, because they've been remade like 10 years ago.
Yeah.
So now, like, now we're on the second order of remake, right? Like, the video game industry is so fucking dead that, let's
Just
remake
slow
old
news
game
week.
and not, let's remake game that we remade, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. But, like, one thing though is like the original developers, like there was like a pair of dudes that were used to work for BioWare when Baldur's Gate 1 and 2 were made, and are gonna work on this project of remaking.
Okay.
I thought it's kind of silly, man.
Who cares? Like
Yeah,
the content's already made. All you have to do is polish it, right?
yeah, and yeah,
Why
it's
do you
been
need the
polished too.
original creators?
Yeah, no,
Like,
it's
are they
silly.
good at really good 3D modeling for some reason? I don't know. It's kind of strange.
It's just for the name, right? It's
Yeah,
like
obviously it's publicity.
yeah. All right, that's enough of that.
That was
MCDMs.
okay.
No, yeah, something more to say about the Baldur's Gate.
No, I thought that was the end of the news.
No.
Okay.
MCDM's Crows. They announced this new game, Crows, right? No?
I
We
believe
talked
you.
about it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, of
Yeah.
course. MCDM.
With Matt Colville, right? Matt
I know.
Colville's company.
Yeah, that's
with
something I did know. Yeah.
with James Intricasso as a designer.
Okay.
So now they're making this new game called Crow, which is like they say it's a like survival horror dungeon crawler. So it's medieval fantasy. It's very focused on dungeon crawling. It seems again very board gamey, where your gear define what your character can do. So it's more in your class, right? It's more like gear loot based basically, and it's all about getting loot, your experience for loot and stuff like that. It seemed to be very similar to Nave. uh, the Ben Milton game. So really say callings for babies. Yeah,
Hello, Space Roadie.
yeah, hello. But now they're entering free alpha test. So you can go to the MCDM's Patreon and you can download for free the alpha test of this game if you're curious about what they're doing and you want to play it for some reason. Well, now it's available. So if you want to go check it out,
Did
you
you ever
can.
play Knave?
No, no interest. They also like
Okay.
one thing also that make it similar to Nave, right? It's like it's a slot for inventory item and shit like that, from what I
Mhm.
understand, right? Which is a big thing that Nave like kind of like the Diablo 1 inventory system, right?
Ugh.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you saying like equipment slots?
Yes.
Okay, I
Oh,
thought you
and
meant like
no
the inventory
inventory
bag.
in your bag. Yeah,
Oh.
yeah,
Then I will go back to my
yeah. But basically like Tetramino, right? Like when you have
Mhm.
to slots thing in
Tetris.
your
They call that Tetris, and I.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But like
Uh,
it's a mechanic I can like in a board game. But again, it's an
that's what it is.
RPG. It doesn't scratch the itch I'm looking for.
Mhm. It's a
But
different type of RPG. We'll
yeah,
say
it's board game adjacent.
graciously.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Critical Role will launch a new actual play using Dagger Art, right? Because now it's the 1 year of Dagger Art, so they launched their kind of collector edition book.
I hope that they were able to get their bag for using D&D the first time,
I hope too. But
because
now, like on
wow.
July 9th, yeah, they're gonna have and Matt Mercer is gonna be the GM this time. Laura Bailey is gonna be in there. Jennifer English and some other people I don't know, right? And the guy that was in some kind of like a. They
Is he the
apparently all
bald
being
pale
named.
guy?
The
Is he the
bald
pale
pale,
guy?
no,
The
no,
kind of like alien looking white dude?
no,
Okay.
no. Zach the Bold, which is like a YouTuber, he's gonna be in there, I guess. And there was like some guy that was like in some TV show I haven't seen. So
yeah. Okay. Sorry.
yeah,
I was just remembering that there's like a YouTuber that I saw is gonna go work on Critical Role. Maybe that's who you're talking about.
maybe. But anyway, so after right the stink of like them not using their own system for their campaign, now well they're gonna do a campaign with their own system. So
What a missed opportunity.
what are they gonna make? Well, yeah, they're gonna make a lot of money. I
Yeah, but
assume. Yeah,
I
fair enough though.
mean, it's like the hype is gone
Yeah,
for Daggerheart.
yeah,
They
yeah,
missed it.
yeah.
I think that was a huge mistake, but
I
whatever.
think so too. Yeah.
Hopefully they got
There's still
paid.
people talking about Dagger Art though. Like when I was like looking at the RPG Reddit, sometimes I go look at that before the show, right? I feel filthy about it. But like just to see what people talk about, right?
It's hard for me
When
to
I
go
look
there and then like not reply to things.
oh yeah. Yeah. No, I don't want to. I don't want to interact with those guys. But like there's still people talking about Dagger Art and their Dagger Art game. So there's still people playing it. I didn't read like I saw like posts. I didn't read like, oh, my thought after playing Dagger Art for a long time, right? It's like for a full year or for 10 months, right? Like those kind of posts, right? I don't read them because I don't care. But I guess there's still people playing it.
I've been playing it for 20 years.
Whoa, you must be very good at it. You
Yeah.
must really know what you're talking
I
about.
am, in fact.
White Wolf might
Oh yeah.
be preparing a playtest for Vampire Masquerade 6th edition.
It
That's
was
going to
all
be going to
but
be at Gen
confirmed in
Con.
the Discords I was in. It was the 6th edition confirmed.
Yeah, like I've seen people saying it was confirmed. I see people saying it was rumored, right? Like because like it's confirmed through like hashtag or tag that they use at Gen Con and stuff like that, right? It's like they didn't come out and say it themselves, from what I understand.
Is Gen Con going on right now?
Yeah, it's coming soon.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, so we'll know Gen Con then.
What?
We'll know at Gen
Yeah,
Con.
we're not Gen Con. Yeah, but
Yeah.
I thought like maybe you'd be excited about that since you're a big Vampire the
I
Masquerade guy.
am. I'm interested. I don't know. I'm always not excited when a new edition of stuff comes out.
Yeah. Well, we don't
I
really
don't
need
know
it,
of
right?
anything that I've ever been like, yes, a new one.
Because like
Guild Wars 3, I'm excited, but
yeah, but in role playing game, we don't really need it, right? Like if
yeah,
it's a game you like it's, I don't like I sometimes like I like this game or I like to play this game, but it's out of print. I cannot find it anywhere, or it's pricing like
yeah.
that. Then do a reprint. I might be excited for that. A new
And
edition?
I'm not saying new editions are always worse. It's
No.
just I'm never excited when there's one coming out because
Yeah.
I'm always concerned it's a cash grab.
And there's definitely game that I say like, oh, there's a good idea here. The
Mhm.
execution is a bit lacking. I would like to see a new edition of that, right? I'd like to see the writer,
Space
sometimes somebody else, take another crack at
Roadie
it.
is like a less
Oh.
polite version of me. It's really strange. He likes everything I like, and his name is Phil also.
Oh, there you go.
It's really weird. But yeah, I'll do some open. I'll play with you, Space Roadie. We'll play some fucking Guild Wars 3 together.
There you go.
Sign up for
There
the
you go.
beta, bro.
No life together.
Yeah, we'll know life together. Be great.
Yeah. Yeah. But anyway, so there's like, somebody like if there was like a new edition of a Burning Wheel, I'd be not necessarily excited, but I'd be definitely curious. Although like Luke Crane is insane, so he won't change anything. But and it does require change. But, those kind of game, right? But like, and oftentimes new edition when it make like new system also is annoying. Like one game I always wanted to play was like the Legend of the Five Rings game.
The role playing game?
Yeah, but I want to play like the roll and keep system.
I love that
But
world.
not. But they keep redoing it with different system, and then and then when I shop for it, it's fucking a nightmare to find the right one, and then like they're all out of print. And but anyway,
okay, I actually played the shit out of that card game.
Yeah, I missed it. Apparently, it was a big event, right?
That's a great game.
Yeah.
And not like, I think there was a Fantasy Flight version of it that they reprinted as a living card game. I played the CCG. It's like older. But
you also got Truxus there. That is excited.
There you go. We'll make a little Guild Wars 4 Guild Wars 4D.
Yeah.
Something like that. We'll do something. It'll be great.
Yeah.
So speaking of just Vampire real quick.
Yeah.
And this is a hot take, but Black Lodge Games, they're with me on this one. So obviously we're superior and correct. But Vampire 5th edition,
yeah,
best edition of Vampire in my opinion.
5th edition, really?
Hot take. I know.
With the Hunger Dice?
Some people screaming. I love Hunger Dice.
Okay. I never played it, I never read it. So I don't know.
Well, obviously, aside from Space Roadie's edition, respect to the chat, but Vampire 5th edition, I think is the most fun game. I don't know if it's. I think it's quicker. I think resolution's quicker. I think you could 4D it more easily than the other ones where it's like 1s and 10s explode and all this shit.
Yeah. The dice mechanic was a bit clunky for the
dice are resolved as soon as you toss them.
Yeah.
So you do have to count crits.
From what I understand, like with the Hunger Dice, that seemed interesting enough.
Yeah. So like and your like hunger actually matters in 5th edition because it only goes from like 1 to 5, or it goes from 0 to 5 really. Versus like the blood pool system is like this health bar, which just like goes up and down with no real mechanical difference between the top and the bottom.
Yeah. It's just a resource you spend, right? It doesn't like impact like every roll.
Yeah, you have to role play the impact.
Yeah.
Whereas in 5th edition, as your hunger pool goes up, your dice are turning into hunger dice, and you are more likely to vamp out and go crazy like a monster. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I always liked that. I like the humanity version. I like the willpower version better. Everything's better.
I think what's unfortunate is
I
they probably
like
like
that the
a
disciplines. I like that just to kind of get real into vampire. I like that the disciplines have options versus like you're in one specific set of powers you have to pick. Whereas in 5th edition, every time you take a level, usually there's 2 options you can pick from, which I
yeah.
think is cool. Anyways,
The do you think
so
they did they
just
made it like
if
very
I can
like
just make my point real quick before you ask that question. So what I'm worried about 6th edition
yeah
is that I don't know how you improve. So I'm worried. They might, but I don't know how you can make it better because I think they did vampires really, really well in 5th edition. So it's like they're because I don't think you should make a new version unless you drastically change things.
well
Otherwise,
that's
it's
always
just like an expansion on 5th edition.
that
What were you gonna
that's
say?
always a problem like in role playing, right? Like what other
Yeah.
person was saying, like new edition should just be like new edition in every other book publishing circle, right? Fix any issue in
Mhm.
layout, rules, add new art, and that's basically it.
That would be
Like I
great. That would be the one thing I would fix is change the art because I don't like the
yeah,
photographic art. I prefer the black and white pink drawing art. Or,
yeah.
what
And
am I saying?
in
Ink
RPG I
drawing.
would be okay with like changing the fluff as well, right?
Mhm.
But for me, if you change the system, it's not a new edition of the game. It's a new fucking game because the system is the game, right? Like it's the at some point you can make like some fix here and there, some slight change, but if you come up with a whole fucking new system, like give it a new name. It's a different fucking game. Like you're not saying you're not playing the same game. The game is the
Okay.
system much more than it is the team. Uh,
Sort of. I
a game
mean,
is a game is a set of
yeah.
rules, right?
Have you heard of Palladium, Max?
Yeah, I did.
It's the exact same system. It's
Yeah,
just different theme skins.
and you can all mix them together to some extent, more or less, right?
Yeah.
So
But
and they all
I don't really care about the
yeah,
name changing or
yeah.
not. I don't
But
that doesn't seem like a huge deal to me.
one thing with White Wolf is like I don't trust them. You
Yeah.
know, they
That's
seem
the
very
other big deal.
progressive. They're gonna do like they're gonna court the modern audience.
I trust them less now because Paradox is involved. I don't know if you've ever gotten on the Paradox DLC train on video games, but they're very
No,
much about basically profit maximizing. Whoa,
sorry for that. It's
whoa.
so for that, like I was preparing for the next news, and it's like StreamYard doing stuff I didn't ask him to do
Mhm.
because you know
So
designer that make those website and those app, they know better than you. So they say,
yeah,
"Oh, you're telling me to do this thing, you must be willing me to do that." No, do the thing I tell you to do, and do the other thing when I tell you to do it. Right? It's like fucking annoying, man.
yeah, I
Like
hear you.
there's something like those designer like they should be like put like
Mhm.
against the wall and anyway, face the wall and say your prayer. That's something
Um,
annoying me.
fuck, I forgot what we were talking about. Obviously,
Sorry.
vampire.
Yeah. And the
I don't
White
remember.
Wolf and
Oh yeah,
Paradox.
Paradox. Yeah,
Yeah.
what they'll do is they'll release a video game
Yeah.
that's almost like a platform for trickling out DLC,
Yeah.
which is a real bummer in role playing games. If you do that, I guess lots of people. I guess that's kind of the model for role playing games, though. So
Yeah.
it's not
Yeah.
great,
Nope.
but it's like almost unplayable
And I'm against supplement in
when
general, right?
they
Like I'm
bring
like
out the.
I'm big
Uh,
yeah.
anyways,
Something I didn't put in the news by the way is like Chaosium is bringing back the Great Pentagram campaign as well, talking about Superman.
Pandagram.
No, Chaosium is
Yeah.
bringing back the Great Pendragon campaign.
Oh, Pendragon. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. For 6th
All right.
edition. That's also like
What's old Space Roadie got to say about it?
I also don't trust them.
He's got opinions. The hunger mechanic is a great idea, but it's clunky as a 70s 10 speed. Miss me with counting different hits on different colored dice.
I don't have a problem with that.
Yeah, it's not that big. They're the same symbols almost. I was trying to just like vampire blood potions. Okay, yeah, that is a meta plot thing. I'm not sure what vampire blood potions is, maybe because I haven't really looked into meta plot much at all. But I agree, the meta plot's a bummer. And yeah, I totally agree with this. That's the what it defined vampire, in my opinion. The art is at least half.
And He's also
the
say that
definition.
Chaosium has fallen so far, right? Yeah,
Mhm.
I agree with that as well. So that's why I'm not like I don't care too much. Even though like I'm a big fan of Pendragon, I don't care too much about what they're doing
Yeah.
now.
That's the
Yeah.
other thing about Vampire, the older editions. They have the 90s and early 2000s. Vampire 5th edition, you have to change your mind and go back there, which, once again, I have no problem with doing that. I don't care about the meta plot or any of that
Yeah.
stuff. That's the other
Yeah.
thing.
Rip it off.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right. You ready to move on? Or you want to talk more about
Yeah.
Vampire?
Let's get into Vampire, the topic. Or
No.
yeah, go for it.
No, I got more news still. I got more news.
Of course you did. What am I talking about? Jeez.
Humble Bundle is doing like this roll big or go home 2 book bundle. Now like we're getting into like the thing that people can like back or whatever. I'm getting into crowdfunding and this is like a Humble Bundle. So if you pay more than $55, you get 54 books, right? And you can pay less to get less. So Return to the Dark Tower, fantasy role-playing game. I never heard of it. You want to look at that and tell me
No.
No?
Are you going to consent?
Oof. Yeah, it doesn't matter. It's the browser I don't use.
Yeah.
It's the browser you only use for that show.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, so I thought that could be interesting. Like if people in the audience don't mind getting PDF and want to get a bunch of PDF for a cheap price for a different game, they can look. That's something you can go and I'm gonna put the link in the chat like that, right?
I started reading the Dark Tower books, like the fiction books. And it was kind of interesting, but then like the thing happened where everyone starts loving each other and there's no more conflict between the characters, and I just can't read it anymore.
And I know nothing about it. I'm not a Stephen King kind of guy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, but there's still like some like I don't know about this. I know nothing about this game. Rat and Glory is a big title. One Ring, Fantasy Age. I have. Shift. I have no idea what that is. What?
This is my question every time I look at Humble Bundle. This determines if I look at it or not.
Yes.
Who's getting the cash? It's
yes.
It's usually gay.
It's gay again.
Okay.
It's yes. You support the gay again. Yeah.
I didn't see that before I said that.
Yeah.
I promise. Okay. It's like the Pride Month thing, I guess.
But you can adjust donation and you can decide to there used to be a thing. I don't know, like I haven't used one for fucking ever. I don't really care for but yeah. Tabletop Gamer and Magpie Game to Humble. Yeah, I think you can switch.
Why do you have a problem? Do you have a problem with gamers?
I don't know what they do, but like they always like support like those shit ass fucking charity instead of like supporting a charity that do something real, like like cat shelter or whatever.
Nah, it's like NGO weird shit.
Yeah.
What's the common thread with these games? Is there any common thread here?
I don't think so. I couldn't. I don't think so.
A bunch of dudes got together and decided to be gay together.
Yeah, I guess they all support the gay. Yeah, I guess that's probably like a lot of them I'd never heard of. Some of them I heard good things. Some of them I heard bad thing. They all different publisher. There's a lot. It's 54 books.
Whoa.
Right? So that's why I want to talk about it, right? Like Blade Runner RPG Core. There's some of them like that are interesting. So if you can get a good deal and you don't care where the money goes, right? You can get like Starry Davidson, which seemed to be like some kind of lesbian game or some shit. Motorcycle, Art Break, and Tarot Card.
Anyways.
Oh, I cannot see get more info. I was clicking on it, will get me more info. There's a bunch of like Morgborg stuff. There's My Little Pony role-playing game. Anyway. So
there you go.
Yeah. But that's the way of the world nowadays.
Yeah, that's just tabletop role playing in general.
Yeah, which we're gonna talk about in the main topic. So that's there's gonna be a link as well there.
That's true. It's true.
pretending he's never seen this game before. No, I saw some of them I don't know about. The Book of Unnumbered World is making over like 144,000 US on Kickstarter. That's by Kevin Crawford, which
That's like a
does
play on what's that game called we played? Where
Without
I don't
Number, the World Without Number.
Worlds Without Number. Yeah.
But
Okay,
that
so it is a
Kickstarter is
parody.
by Kevin Crawford, the maker of Worlds Without Number and Star Wars.
Okay,
So, yes, it's kind of like a play on word on that, but he's the guy doing it.
that's fair.
And
Shine on your own shit. That's what we say.
yeah, and it's like a system neutral toolkit for world designing. People, those Without Numbers books
Mhm.
are often praised for those tools they have to create world for world building. So if you want more of that
Mm.
and less game, you can go get that book. Back that book. There you go. It's doing well on the
Yeah,
crowdfunding.
real well.
Good for him.
Yeah. And a more
Outgun.
reasonable spread, it looks like about like a $90 average on each backer.
Yeah.
Not one of those weird mega spreads that we see sometimes.
Yeah. Outgun Adventure, Broken Compass Legacy. Okay. Have you ever heard of Outgun Adventure?
No.
Apparently, that's a game that exists.
Oh.
And now they're coming up with 3 new books. It's published by Free League again, right?
The news is this game exists.
Yeah, and now they're coming
That's
up with
good.
3 new books. But no, they and some people must have heard of it because it's making quite a big chunk of money, right? 285,000 euro with 2,000 backer.
So that clearly looks like Indiana Jones.
Yeah,
in
you
the
think
middle
so?
there.
Yeah.
I mean, the font is.
Outgun has a lot of story game elements. All right, I don't know much about it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you see, in My Hero Trumpet say you got the Broken Compass book.
There you go. Are you giving your endorsement, My Ear Trumpet?
Yeah.
He knows what's up. Usually My Ear Trumpet knows things.
Yeah.
Okay. So we're good.
But like and from what I heard from the campaign, and go look for it yourself if you're interested, like that, those are 3 books that are kind of supplement but also standalone, so you can just use them by themselves and they're kind of a complete game. But you can also mix them together. And those 3 books are
there you go.
Yeah, one is inspired by the Jules Verne's adventure, so the 1850. One is like pulp adventure, that's Indiana Jones.
Yeah.
And one is like pirate
Mm-hmm.
thing, right? Yeah. So well, there you go. Yeah. So it's 3 books like that. It's doing pretty well. Yeah. That would be like the core book. That's what it looked like. I never heard of it. I was surprised. Like usually I'm pretty in touch with what's happening in the RPG world.
What was the name of that series of books we looked at it was probably about like 5 episodes ago. It was like Steve Jackson was putting out these kind of like choose your own adventure books.
Oh yeah, Fighting Fantasy.
That's what That's kind of what I thought it was at the start when you showed me.
Oh yeah,
it's not that at all. So I don't know why.
So they already have like books for like a spy and superhero and stuff like that. So there you go. That's another one you can might be of interest to some people.
She's got her MacGuffin. She's running away from a flying lion.
Yeah. Mouse
Here we
Born.
go. Anthropomorphic animals. Let's get it.
Yeah. Almost $100,000 and there's 26 days left, right? So they're gonna make it. It's it's another mouse game, and like I was when I saw that, to be honest, like notwithstanding like my love for Anthropomorphic Animal notwithstanding, right? It's like we already have like mouse game, right? There's like Mouse Guard and there's
5e one as well.
And yeah, and well, now that's what it is, a 5e mouse game again, right?
Literally, there is already a 5e mouse game, isn't there?
Yeah. I'm sure there is. Like mouse, there's a lot of mouse game, and I think it's an interesting idea. You play a
Yeah.
mouse, you're small and stuff like that, so you can have like big monster like snakes and cats and people, and it all become very interesting. They're things we can relate to, but you see them in a different perspective. I think it's an interesting like. I think playing mouse is an interesting angle for RPG, right? I think it can be like if you want to do like this kind of red wall kind of thing, or right.
The
Uh,
anthropomorphic game I want to play is like Treetop Kingdoms,
yeah,
where it's like your squirrels,
bird and
birds,
squirrel.
maybe some snakes. I don't know.
Yeah, you think it's more interesting than being in the at the bottom of the floor?
Maybe you do both. Maybe that's the real
Well,
goal.
both can be mixed very well, right? It's like some
Yeah.
some can go up, some can't. Yeah, Bunny and
Yeah.
Burrows says the
But
best.
maybe like a jungle, like you have like a canopy versus like Orcus. But it's like when you're doing this kind of thing, you want to be like in like a deciduous forest for some reason. Like, do you want to play anthropomorphic animals in a jungle? Is that as interesting as like a piney woody?
If it's less familiar, right? What is
Yeah.
like?
I want to
What's
be
interesting for that?
I want it to have happened in my backyard. You know?
Yeah, but it's also like because you can make it like it's easy to make assumption because you kind of imagine how a fox would behave, how
Right.
how a badger would behave, or a snake would
Yeah.
behave, right? Because we have like those are animals we're familiar with. They're in our conscious
Versus like a
imagination. Right?
lemur.
Yeah, exactly. Right.
Yeah.
It's like yeah,
What is a lemur do?
yeah, or jacarandi or whatever, right?
Mhm.
I
I
an
don't
eye
even know what
eye.
that is.
There you go. It's
Yeah.
jungle animal. Yeah.
Anyway.
So, or if you would do like you would do fish and under the sea stuff in the coral, right?
Yeah.
Then everything is so alien that there's no
Dude.
real point, right? You kind of miss the mouse thing is interesting because there's something that is familiar enough, and a lot of the world building though it itself, right? I think it would 4D very well.
Yeah. There's
But this
actually a really cool world IP that's in a board game called Abyss. Which
yeah,
is like all of these different underwater creatures have these like societies, and it's real like the IP presents this very Machiavellian like kind of situation. It's pretty dope ass board game too, but whatever.
yeah, never heard of it.
That would be a world I would want to play in. Anyways,
But anyway, I found, to be honest, this project looked I'm gonna be mean now, very low effort.
They got pins, dude.
Yeah, and dice and stuff like that, right? A bunch of like gimmicks. They
Yeah, I
focused
agree.
on that instead of like creating their own system, right? The art is nice enough.
It's such a softball.
Yeah,
but it already exists.
yeah, it's
Like it's a cash grab.
That's the kind of game like I don't see why we needed that, to be honest. Like when I look at that. So I'm sorry for people of Mossborn.
Yeah, but this does not get the as long as everyone's having fun seal of approval.
No, do better.
Yeah. So I was going to say, can't imagine doing crowdfunding when print on demand exists, but then you get $100,000 when you put a mouse and 5e.
And you can sell all this other crap
of a website,
like the pins and the dice.
Yeah. When you're sitting on a check for $100,000 to make a almost writes itself role-playing game,
yeah,
you probably get it then.
Yeah, I think we talked about Fomoria, right? Yeah, a few weeks ago. A more board game. It's about like with a more Celtic kind of a
anthropomorphborg.
They didn't go that way. They didn't win there.
Should have.
Yeah.
Should have.
Yeah. It's like people always say, "Oh, it's pronounced a more boy because it's fucking Swedish," and then they did like the cyberpunk game, and they called it like Cyborg.
Yeah.
And say, "Well, is it supposed to be like Cyboy now?" Fucking nerd.
You fucking Swedish nerd.
Yeah.
Shut up.
Furry Borg. There you
Mm. I already did the best version of it, Elf Hunter. Just relax.
go. Yeah.
It's Anthropomorph Borg.
And that's all the news I had today. It was kind of light. Even on the Kickstarter project, the crowdfunding project, I didn't like find anything that was very worth talking about.
And yet we're an hour and 20 minutes into the show.
Yeah, well, like the first 40 minutes were just like talking about
We're
random
talking
shit.
about the Three Musketeers for some reason.
Yeah, that's good
Or
reason.
whatever the hell I was saying. Who knows?
Let's talk fun now. Let's talk fun.
Let's talk fun. Okay, so I named the episode on Rumble. Didn't name it
Yeah.
this on YouTube.
You could have changed the name.
But
allowed.
is it too
You can still do it.
not the month of June friendly? I don't know.
Oh, it's true. That's like kind of like our Pride Month episode?
This is
I
our
guess.
first Pride Month episode.
Yeah. So it's kind of a bit like a vampire being gay.
It's true. We got the colors.
Yeah.
I mean,
go ahead, lay down your subject.
Yeah. Okay. So another thing that I did this week, last 2 weeks to game, is set up I've been trying to infiltrate the vampire play-by-post society through World of Darkness Discord. So I went to the World of Darkness Discord, and you can like sign up so that they ping you whenever these games are available. And so just to kind of talk about vampire, I like vampires because I like Vampire the Masquerade specifically because it explores these ideas of humanity, like kind of a redemption, kind of damnation. Morality is a really big theme in the game because it has like real effects if you break your moral code or whatever. And then just being a monster and knowing that you're damned and stuff like that. Like, what would you do? And so that's why I like it. The problem is that everyone who plays it is gay. So it's something I noticed.
Because you get to play a monster.
Oh yeah, I guess so.
They feel
so. Whenever I join these I would join all these like servers, and then instantly they're like, "Hey, introduce yourself. What are your pronouns? What's your sexuality?" And I'm like, "I want to play vampire, rip some charts out, have a good time." And I noticed like on all these games, there would always be the tag of like LGBTQ friendly.
Yeah.
Chuds don't apply.
Oh,
and I was like, okay, well, I can't.
You're out there.
I'm out.
Yeah. You're out. Build the Chud Master.
Build the Chud Master. So I was thinking, like, can you then make a post on there that says, imagine if the roles were reversed.
LGBTQ
friendly. LGBTQ do not apply. Not women friendly.
You would get banned from the Discord pretty fast.
Instantly.
Yeah.
So that was my idea.
It's only good to have like preference and like make your lines and veil when it goes one way, right?
Yeah. I really liked your idea of your lines and veils.
Yeah, exactly. Like the solution that is you give them what they ask for and you amplify, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I was like I was thinking, so I kept getting into these things, and I just be like, okay, well, I'm a guy. I want to play. I'll follow the rules, sort of. I will let them know that I am a male.
Yeah.
Okay, if you're curious. And so I would say I did it. I said all that stuff. And then I start making my character. Now, the problem with these play-by-post servers,
they're
very large. So, like, usually if there's only like 50 players, that's small.
Okay.
It's a small one. There's some that are like up to 200 players. Active, you're looking at like 20 to 50. So it's kind of crazy. But then you have these storytellers, and the storytellers get recruited from the player base.
Okay.
And so all the storytellers have the most powerful player characters, and they're the main cast of characters.
Oh,
Yeah. So this is what I'm doing. I made a character. Oh, and they're all
they probably all self-insert too, right?
self-insert.
They're probably like
Yeah,
playing themselves or playing like
a
a
fan.
idealized version of themselves,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yep. So so they don't really like storytell at all. They view storyteller as being like an administrator. They approve things. They're not really doing anything like describing the setting or doing anything like that. There's no storytellers that do that.
To be honest, like the play-by posting, like I so don't get it. I have no idea how it fucking goes, right? Okay,
Yeah.
yeah.
So it's like all
Instead of storyteller implied instead of story listener.
yeah, it's the worst name of a GM for sure. White Wolf won that. So like what ends up happening is no one's playing the game, or no one is GMing. And so everyone's just kind of having these conversations with each other. It's like these weird, hey, I'll meet you at the bar. Okay, we'll meet at the bar. And they have a
What was your day?
discussion.
Yeah, it's patty cake. What
It's
Sean
patty
would call
cake.
patty cake.
Yeah.
Yeah, chit chat. Yeah, there's no action, no conflict, no nothing. You just go there and you pretend to be this creature that you dream you could be in real life.
I might
right?
bring up my backstory,
Yeah.
or I might bring up this drama that's going on with this other player.
It's basically like a VR chat without the VR aspect.
Yeah, it really is. Yeah, and everyone's friendly with each other.
Yes. Otherwise, you get
because
banned because you
there's nothing to do.
Uncomfortable.
In fact, this happened to me in a previous thing. I was setting it up, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna meet you for the first time. And so this is kind of like an older. This is my last foray into this. I spent like 4 months in this one server, and I was just butting heads with the storytellers every time because I wanted to role play and I wanted to actually do something that had plot to it. And so the storytellers, even though they never do anything, they have to be involved in every single possible step that ever happens that requires some sort of system interaction. Yeah, they're basically friends.
Yeah.
And so like in this previous game, I was what's called a Toreador. They're the fanciest of all the vampires. And he was talking to this other guy. He hadn't met any of the real vampires yet. So my story in my head is this guy, he's new to town. He's trying to make his way into the secret society. And so like I'm doing that. And then eventually they're like, well, you would know this guy because he's really popular in the society. And I'm like, yeah, but I haven't met anyone in the society, so I don't know who's popular or anything. And they're like, yeah, but you've been here for like a couple weeks, so you would know this guy. And I'm like, and then I said, because I think I was in the 4D at this point. I said, I appreciate that you think that. I think I know what my character thinks better than you do.
And what did he say?
And so that was me being passive aggressive, obviously.
Yeah.
There's no way to push like agency over your own character without being passive aggressive with these people. And so anyways, so this is what I was trying to do. I was like, okay, I'm going to go up and talk to this guy. I'm going to I have supernatural presence. I'm going to use my presence on him so that he has a more favorable outlook towards me. And they're like, whoa, you can't use powers on the players. I'm like, okay, why? They're like, oh, he's got to consent to that. I'm like, okay, hey, do you consent to that? He's like, yeah, I don't care. And I'm like, okay, so we're good. He said he doesn't care. And they're like, well, yeah, but you got to get a storyteller in here if you're going to do anything to a character ever. And I was like, okay.
That's not like a fucking nightmare.
It is a nightmare.
Yeah.
It's the worst thing ever. Because you can't even
play Guild War.
You can't even have consenting players doing anything together.
Damn.
Anyway, so I ended up getting kicked out of there. Yeah. That's fine. So the character I'm making this time is you can have PvP, but it has to be like there has to be a referee. Even if everyone's consenting, there has to be a storyteller there. It was weird. I've been kicked out of a lot of these servers, by the way.
Like it must be like you probably cannot fucking kill anybody, right? Like it's like they're gonna be very very mad.
No,
You
not without consent.
yeah.
You can't do anything without consent.
But anyway, like it's probably hard to get consent from those fucking.
I don't know. Some people. I mean,
I was about to
the
say
players want to play. Like players want to play in those servers. It's just that, it's just that the storytellers are, they're on a power trip. The storytellers are the coolest people in the room. You can't do anything cool without a storyteller putting their stamp on it.
Mm-hmm.
It's classic storyteller bullshit.
It's
classic GM bullshit. It's just like super hyper. It's like at another level because there's 6 of them and none of them are actually paying attention. It's really strange. So anyways, the character I'm running now, or trying to get the concept for, is a Malkavian. They're the crazy ones. I'm sorry if I'm rambling. I hope that this is interesting for you guys. I'm going to tell the whole story. This guy named, he's a Malkavian, and they're the crazy ones. Okay. Now they're problematic because mental illness is nothing to be
joked about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And in 5th edition Vampire, they actually talk about, they're like, Malkavians are crazy because they have a magical curse. It's not meant to be real life crazy people. So they kind of say that.
What does that mean?
Like they are crazy or more crazy because their blood is cursed. So there is a magical curse that gives them dementia.
Yeah, but what is the difference because like it used to be that Malkavian were cursed, but they also they were turned people that were crazy.
Mm-hmm.
They were attracted to that too, right? So
yeah, you're right.
But now that's no longer.
But it can be.
So now you're not schizo because you were born as human schizo and you get turned. Now you're just a regular guy and you turn schizo. Is that schizo? Because
both of those things could be true. It depends on your character.
Yeah, but like, what does it change? What does it matter?
Well, one of them can be brushed aside for people that have issues with problematic representations of mental illness.
Because like that's something that always annoyed me. Like when I was playing back in the 90s, right? I love playing Malkavian, but it always
it's my favorite clan.
Yeah, it always bothered me like when people like just like, oh, I'm so crazy, and just like do like randoms and just use that like to be like it's like the chaotic neutral kind of like character, like just doing anything like fucking random because like, oh, I'm just crazy, guys.
I said, no, there's a term for that in Vampire. It's called a fish milk.
Oh yeah,
never
heard of that.
It's based off of a piece of art. This shows a Malkavian holding a piece of fish. They described it in it's like a story that they describe in one of the vampire books. This vampire used to always hide fish in the prince's bedchambers as a prank.
Yeah,
they were called pranksters more in V1 in Vampire 1.
But like for me, like it was like it's interesting for me like to explore somebody with mental illness and dealing with that and like the kind of intrinsic horror of it, that when you cannot trust your own sense because people are crazy people, they kind of know they are, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree. I love Malkavians. I like to play the mental illness out as well. But I couch it in the thing because there are leftists and they don't want me to. So let me explain the story, because I ran into this issue in 2 different servers. So I made my Malkavian, and basically the concept is he was like a victim of abuse from his father. He ends up, and of course I have to make a fucking. So I started out, I wanted him to be kind of this dude who could shift personalities very easily, and he does it as a way to like infiltrate. He's kind of a spy, and but sometimes it does it as a stress response. So that's kind of what he does, and he has no concept of what his self is because he's lost all connection to who he was. Anyways, so I kind of just like throw a blanket concept out there because I start with archetype. I start with archetype and I build out the details of my character. It starts low resolution, and I put it out there, and they're like, you got to give us like 3 pages of backstory before I'm gonna do anything. And I'm like, whoa, that's crazy. And I'm like, okay, well, what do you want in the backstory? They're like, everything. I'm like, what does
I
that
was
mean?
born. I was born in a farm in Minnesota.
Yeah. So I was like, what do you mean? Everything. And then he did the thing where the guy from what's the professional?
The professional Leon.
Huh? Where
What
he goes, everything.
the movie with Jean Reno and Gary Oldman
Yeah, Gary Oldman, exactly.
and Natalie Portman.
He did that. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Anywho, so I end up writing this whole backstory, and the basic idea is this character, he's been like beaten, whatever. He basically got the shit beat out of him as a child, ends up leaving, becoming homeless, and then he just kind of like has a real rough time being homeless. And so he has to like shift his personality to cater to all these people that are fucking with him, and draws the attention of the Malkavian that embraces him. And then he kind of gets this taste of what power is. And so he like gets obsessed with it. This is the, I hate it when people explain their characters. So I appreciate you guys putting up with it. If you are, if you're not, then that's fine. So anyways, he gets his taste of power, and then he sees like if he has power, then he doesn't have to cater to the powerful in his life anymore. He can be the one that's powerful. So this is like his avenue. Huh? Exactly.
The one that
this
is
his
catered.
Exactly. So this is his avenue to figure out who his true self is. He just needs to become more powerful and be in charge.
You see what you're saying there, like that you hate explaining characters, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like that's the whole fucking thing with like the 3-page backstory, because it could be much cooler to figure it out through play, right?
Yeah, and that's what I was doing. I was like, oh, why is this guy doing all these things? And it was like kind of interesting. I guess it's a creative writing exercise, and that's what I told him. I was like, oh, usually I just do low res and I do into this, and like I was like, shoot, and then I was talking to this group of people for like a full week, and I would send them out my concept and my sheet, and then they would come back and say, can you explain this more? And I'd be like, okay. And then I explained it in a big diatribe, send them out the replacements. A new ST comes in and says, I don't understand this thing. And they ask for the exact same thing the last one did. And I'm like, yeah, let me explain it again here. And then another one comes in and it happens again. It's the exact same question. And then it happens again. And then the fifth guy comes in and he's like, I don't like your fish milk. It's going to be a hard no. And I'm like, why did this take a week to get to here? Like, who is talking to who? I'm just pissed and I'm ranting. Is this good TV?
I don't know why you put yourself through that, to be honest.
Because I want to role play as vampires.
Doesn't seem to be worth it.
It's not. Turns out it's not. And I think one of the big reasons I was having so many issues with one of these STs in particular, the one that was like really in charge of me, is because in my ambition, which is like your goal, I wrote, I want to be the Primogen, which is like the boss of my clan. And that character that I would usurp that power from was the ST's character. So it was like they're seeing the person that is trying to take the job, like power.
Is that standard practice that GMs have a GM
storyteller PC?
Yeah,
it's a very common practice in usually 2, and they're not like just NPCs. These are the characters they've had the whole time when they turned into a storyteller, and they're still getting XP. And they're role playing with each other. They're the main cast of the thing. That's something that happens with LARPs as well. With vampire LARPs, is like all the old heads there. They're the real characters.
And basically you're just there to fill in the world. You're the fucking NPCs.
You're an NPC
Yeah,
walking in
in
to
their
fill the world.
story.
And so like I'm trying to bring like a concept that's going to explore this world, and they're like, and these are the questions that they asked me. They said, this guy seems like he's just out there to kind of take advantage of everyone and gain power. And I'm like,
Yeah,
that is what he's doing. You're right. That's what he wants to do. It's like, yeah, but what happens if someone doesn't want to do what he says? And I'm like, well,
there's a conflict.
I'm going to do my best to get them to do what I want.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, that sounds kind of problematic.
What a bunch. Oh, man.
That sounds, though, they said that sounds disruptive. That would be very disruptive to their game if you were trying to
the disruption
push
is
your will
game.
into the fucking game.
Right?
I am
the disruption
a disruption.
is
I'm
supposed to be the fucking game, right? Exactly, right? It's supposed to be like if the world is at peace and nothing happened, like you don't have a fucking game. You just have like a tea session. It's tea time.
That's what I called it. I called it a tea party.
Yeah.
It's all tea parties and like talking to each other. And I'm like actually trying to like play a vampire that's gathering influence and be trying to become more powerful and network so that I can become like a boss.
Yeah.
That's
which
what vampires
should be something pretty normal in that setting, in that world,
which is
right?
And they say that they're like, well, everyone's like a power hunting chameleon type character, and I'm like, okay, then it should be pretty straightforward. Then this should be pretty easy.
No, you just say that you are. You don't do nothing like
yeah. I'm actually doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Anyways, also there's something in I think that I generate some hostility initially because my Discord profile, because my Discord profile doesn't really have anything on it except for a link to like this Christian rock song.
Oh yeah,
that's all that's in it. So like pretty openly Christian on these like pit of demons that are hanging out.
It's always been interesting. Like
no offense to them.
So that's your experience with the. Do you want to expand from there and talk about like the Vampire Masquerade ecosystem in general, and vampire or vampire doomed to be gay?
So that's what I'm saying. So I actually reached out. So yeah, I was saying like Black Lodge Games, please save me.
Yeah.
Please save me, Black Lodge Games. So I sent them a message and I was like, hey, everyone running these vampire games is like pretty shit and gay.
Yeah.
We should run a V5 play-by-post Discord.
Well, they might do it if you pay them.
They did. They told me they were too busy. They had other games going on, but I think that's the move. You gotta you have to vet your players. And that's what I think that they were doing. They were vetting the shit out of me. Like I was like, wow, I really don't want to play in your game at all.
Yeah.
Like, you're doing a good job.
Which is fair, right? I guess
they don't want me to disrupt. They don't want me to disrupt their
non-game. Yeah.
But it's like their game because they're storytellers. They can approve everything. So if you think about it, the people at the top, the real players, they can all approve everything. So they can actually play a game. Everyone else is just like has to like wait in line and get permission.
Yeah. Maybe at some point you're gonna be cool enough to make it to the top.
Well, I did after I got kicked out of that game like a long time ago, that I was in it for like 5 months. I made some friends there and they started one, and I started like actually being a storyteller in theirs. I was like, I'll just hop into scenes and I'll do like environmental shit, and I'll just be like,
so you don't have a character.
Basically, I didn't run a character. Can you believe it?
Yeah.
It was like so outlandish.
That should be a rule. Like you do those kind of like you know, make a you want to be a storyteller, that's fine, but you mean you don't have a character. If you used to be a player, you know, maybe that's an opportunity. Your character die, or we need some, because now it's real and character can be killed. If it does, now it's an opportunity if you want to become a storyteller, but I mean you don't have a character anymore and you have to be adult about it and not take vengeance on the guy that killed you, right?
Yeah.
I guess that's maybe asking too much.
Well, I mean, if the character wants to. Oh, you were saying like as a storyteller.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah. Sure.
But the problem is that like I was in that game and everyone was like super appreciative. All these players, they're like, "Oh my god, this is awesome! Like, there's actually things happening in my scene. I'm not just having a chit chat."
Yeah.
And
There you go.
but then it's like none of the players would talk to each other. They're all just wanting to interact with my NPCs because they see like, "Hey,
Because
the
now they have
plot guy's here."
yeah, they have now their freedom to play, right?
Yeah,
Because they don't have to ask for consent to
yeah,
punch a guy in the mouth.
yeah. They
Or
just punch them and I tell them what happens.
yeah, yeah.
God, can you imagine?
That's the thing, right? Like when people can experience some role play,
Mm-hmm.
they see the benefit it has.
Yeah,
But there's always like somebody like to put a block to it and to put a stop to it and to it's annoying
yeah, it
for
is.
outside of the game reasons, right? Like because they have to fucking cater to their ego or some shit like
Mm.
that. Uh,
Just as just
it's a real
the
disease.
conclusion where I'm at now, I'm actually I left that other server because I basically told them all they're all terrible.
Yeah.
Like all the assistant STs, I was like, "Why are you guys? What's going on? You guys are fucking with me." And the main ST, like we kind of had a real conversation. I was like, "Okay,
Yeah.
well," and then I updated it again, and then I did what he said, and I did it again. I like fluffed out my background 2 more pages
Yeah.
just to really sell it for him. And they just ghosted. They left me on red for like a day and a half. And then I was like, all right.
They probably have a group chat talking about you in the
Yeah,
background.
because well, basically while I was talking to ST, I was like, everyone's being a huge cunt. I was like, I don't know why I know like everyone's rude. Like no one says hello is really weird.
Oh yeah.
That was one thing too. It's like they're just like, well, right away, this is wrong, this is wrong, this is wrong. That's like my first interaction. The first
Yeah.
words they say is, well, right away, this is wrong, this is wrong, this is wrong. Like I've never talked to you before.
Yeah.
Hello, I want to be a player in your character.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Yes, Truxus. He's talking about his experience in this play by post vampire server.
yeah. So I left that
Servers.
server. I jumped in a server that they don't really give a shit about anything, and they approved me like in 5 seconds.
Yeah.
They're just like, XP's right, go. I was like, thank you.
XP's right. What do you mean?
Like I created the character correctly.
Oh.
They did the math real quick, and they're like, okay, this is mathematically.
Oh,
fine.
okay. Oh, okay. Oh,
so
and that, can you play there? Or not?
I'm playing there, yeah.
And you're enjoying your time there? Is it still like
tea party
time?
bullshit? There's no storytellers. Yeah. There's no storytellers. It's still the same problem, but there's less like, gay shit going on, which is good. Another one I got on while I was looking for these other ones was like they were just like very sexually explicit. It was like really kind of gross.
Degenerate.
Super degenerate. Like 5 seconds in that I'm in there, and I'm like, you guys this is too gross for me. I'm out of here. Can't do it. The city I'm on, it's New Orleans. It's not New Orleans by night. It's something else though. That's what it's called. But I think there should, if I do it, I'm going to stick with it. But if I do it again, I think there should be probably like a Chuds by night server or 4D by night, something like that. That's that kind of like the naming convention for these servers. Something by night.
Be the change you want to see in this community. Yeah.
There you go. Anyways, that's all I
talk
got.
to the people. So do you want to expand more on this topic, or what do you want to do now? We can talk about vampire if you want. Can vampire be not gay?
I think it can, man. Because vampires are badass. I think so. The problem is that there's so many of them that are totally gay.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you
think?
Like
when we talk, yes, like I always think like that's something I joke often say, right? Like I don't want to play vampire because vampirism is always like a metaphor for homosexuality, and I want to fucking suck on some guy's neck.
Yeah. Well, what if it's a lady?
Yeah,
I definitely see it as like a euphemism for sex, like sex.
there is this thing, right? But like it became like a, if you go back, right, when vampire were monster, right, like back in the day before, like they've been reclaimed like as more like a human kind of thing, right? They're just like those stranger living in castle, going out at night. They didn't have like any, they didn't mingle with the people, right?
Mm-hmm.
It was different. But like when with Anne Rice that tried to humanize vampire in a lot of way, right, and trying to make them like those torture monster dealing with this their humanity and their place in the world and stuff like that. That's where it be brought, like it changed the nature of those monster quite a bit. And I don't
Yeah.
know if there is a thing, if there is a coming back from that at that point. Sometime you're gonna see some movie or whatever, like John Carpenter's Vampire.
Mm-hmm.
They're more like monster in there, right?
Yeah. So I mean, they're cool. Like those vampires are cool. Like oh crap, I forgot the name of it already. The one with oh well. That not Dark City. What is it?
Oh,
I forgot.
Near Dark.
Near Dark. Yeah, those vampires are cool.
I haven't
They're
seen that, but
totally
like,
gay. The 90s vampires with I don't think they're necessarily
it's because like it's because
gay.
when you go from
Near
just being
Dark.
like a monster that want to feed on people and stuff like that, right?
Mm.
And you try to humanize them and make them like some kind of like troubled soul dealing with like you turn them into
It's
emo in
very
fact.
much the theme of the
Yes,
game. It's
yes,
descent into damnation and stuff. Yeah.
yes. But by just this premise, you make them all a bunch of emo kid, right? Which are very close to gay, right?
I agree with the last two things you said.
So that's why it's gonna attract those kind of people. But I
But
always thought
it
it was
yeah.
interesting too, because like with the whole story with like the being cursed by God, basically, like and the whole like it goes back to Abel and Cain, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know, they might have moved away from that. There's
No,
no,
no, they didn't. It's actually, and it's kind of like weird
yeah, because like
because there's so much
God is real.
anti-Christian, like, and that too, right? It's kind of sacrilegious, right? But there's so much like anti-Christian stuff where it's like Cain is actually better than God and all this like weird, hot takes from the degenerates.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter because now like you know that God is real because you're all like linked to that,
Right.
and then like well, and you get this power, and you're gonna fucking end up in hell at some point when you die,
Mm-hmm.
unless you're on your very best behaviors.
That's why I
So
always like to take the like on my vampire characters. I always take like what they call folkloric blocks and stuff. So basically, crosses repel me,
yeah,
and I like to take like those types of things where it like emphasizes the unholy nature of my character.
yeah,
Everyone else seems to be enjoying like, oh no, I was misunderstood and now I'm cool or
because
something.
because
It's kind of
the other
lame.
option, right? Like the other option, if it's the whole fucking thing, right? It's weird because like there's a you know why demon cannot be redeemed, right?
Uh, no, why? Why not
Right.
redeem them already? You know?
Because they're not temporal creature.
Oh, okay.
And like demon, like at the base, like they're fallen angel, right? So when they're an angel, like demon, therefore, are not temporal creature. So at the time of creation, when God asked them, "Will you serve me or not?" He give them like that's the one time they could have free choice. But because they're not temporal creature, like we can move ourselves in 3 dimension, right? We can
Mm-hmm.
go up, down, left, right, and stuff like that, but we cannot move through time. Angel and demon can.
Mhm.
They can move like in space and in time, and they can look at stuff in space and in time. So time doesn't mean the same thing to us than to them than to us, right? So when at the time of creation God asked them, will you serve me or not, they had the chance to give the answer based on the old timeline of the world, right? So it was an informed decision. We can be redeemed because we can make mistake, because we are temporal creature and we function with imperfect information. They don't.
That's interesting.
So that's
So it's
why
like
the choice they, Hmm?
so like all their decisions are like eternal decisions.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because they don't have like the, oh, now I have new information, or I was wrong, and because like there was no was and where, and there's no past time, because they shift through time independently.
Hmm.
So that's why the decision they make then bind them forever.
That kind of reminds me of what you were talking about with like mortal sin. How it becomes a worse sin if you understand
Yeah.
uh like the, I guess, context.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, because you have a full understanding and you're
Yeah.
still sinning.
Yeah. And you can sin by error sometime, and they're not really
Hmm.
considered sin, or they consider lesser sin, because like, well, you just like you didn't know, you're like
And
misinformed or whatever. But yeah, it is a thing. So them demons and angels don't have that, right? So that's why they cannot like change their
well,
mind and renege on their
vampires
decision.
are temporal.
They are temporal to
Hmm.
some extent. So could they be redeemed in that sense, right? They've been,
Well, I think
and
that
it's
they
also,
can. I think that's kind of one of the hidden themes of Vampire the
yeah,
Masquerade is
but
there's
it's
this
also a curse that
humanity
have been,
track that you can
yeah, and it's a curse that have
hop
been put on
on.
them, not necessarily like it's not by their own fault, right? They didn't become
Mhm,
vampire because they were sinner or whatever, right? Oftentimes they were, because like most people are anyway, right?
mhm.
Basically everybody is. But it's not like when you they didn't like curse God and be turned into a vampire like directly, like, because of that, right? They didn't like
That's actually
kill their own
really
faith.
I don't know if this is intentional or not. I don't know what they did, but the idea of humanity is that when you do these sins
Yeah.
against your humanity and vampire, it has like real effects on you and you're like degrading down into this like damned creature. I wonder, and you're meant to be like part demon. So I wonder if
Mhm.
that's like why is that every time you sin, it has more impact than it did when you were human. It's because you have that piece of the eternal in you.
Or because you have this knowledge that God is real, in a sense, right? You have like,
Mhm.
now you have like it's not only based on faith. Although like all those guys
So
gonna play
they
vampire, but
don't
they're gonna play like
they
those
don't really
atheistic
like.
vampire.
There's no like. I don't know that that is true. That you know
No,
for sure that God is real.
maybe not, because it could also, like, the old Cain and Abel is probably seen as myth by
It
most, I
is.
guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's actually a major division in this fictional vampire society is based on the belief in that myth
Yeah. But if you have like a purely
or
naturalistic
truth.
approach, right?
Yeah.
If you have a purely naturalistic approach, and now you're just like a different basically species,
Mm-hmm.
and then that kind of make the Sabbath right.
Mm-hmm. The
Like
Sabbat are the ones that are the
you should
Cain
just be ruling.
believers.
Oh yeah, it's ironic,
Yeah.
because you should
Yeah.
just be fucking ruling on humanity, right? Because you're the stronger species, and the other one just like, there's no point of like, yes, you want to preserve them like we preserve cow,
Yeah.
but
Um, yeah. I don't know. I just think it's interesting that it's like this real metaphysical impact. I'm just talking about the themes of Vampire the Masquerade, but I like the idea that you introduced that this metaphysical impact is more, or that there is more of a metaphysical impact because of this like shard of the demon in you. You know,
yeah,
it's kind of
yeah,
crazy.
but there's something that's I don't know, something that's all wrong. And even like in the Cain and Abel story, right?
Yeah.
It's a strange story in the Bible. It's very short. Got a big impact.
Yeah, I've noticed lots of stories in the Bible are a lot shorter than I remember.
Yeah, it's like 14 or 17 verses, something like that. It's very
Yeah,
short, the Cain and Abel story.
like the
And
Noah
it's
story too.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It's like super short, but it's
Yeah.
like
It's like, oh, there's a
the
flood.
way it was told to me. Yeah, there's a flood. This is how you build the boat. Like, okay,
Yeah.
got it.
And like most of it is like, oh, the boat should be like this size and this long and
Yeah,
this
yeah.
wide.
It's
And
like very,
yeah.
method.
But very long on the detail of the boat, how the boat should be built.
Yeah, but for some reason, the story when it's told to you is all like, his neighbors didn't believe him, but he
Yeah.
said, "Make sure you're prepared, guys."
Yep.
And the rains began to fall, and the neighbors came by, like all this
Yeah.
stuff. None of that's in the Bible.
But like we also like we're not like scripture alone like Catholic, right? So we have also like other books that goes more in detail
Yeah.
in that.
Okay.
That are still considered true, like the old canonical thing, like what is in the Bible is the thing that we're gonna read in church and study in church.
Mm-hmm.
There's other books that are non-canonical. That mean we won't go through them in church, but doesn't mean they're not true or
Oh, okay.
rejected, right? Yeah, people like misunderstood the nature of Canon a lot.
Just before we move on to more Bible stuff, if we could, if we want to finish up the vampire thing, I think that the issues you have with vampire can easily be solved in session 0. So like, you don't need to everyone doesn't have to be an emo gay person, you know.
Yeah, no, but like
You can
I'm saying that
actually have a
the theme
real
of the game,
personality.
the theme of the day, the theme of the game
Mhm.
push toward that a lot, right? Just because you're supposed
I
like
don't think
the
so.
game was designed to that you're supposed to play like this, unless you want to go like Sabbath. Like the game is supposed to play like, ah, I'm cursed with those power, and I'm basically a superhuman, but I
There
just
is
want to be a
no
regular guy.
there is no emo kid clan.
What about the Toreador?
The Toreador are fashionistas, artists. You're saying artists are all emo kids?
Well, they were when emo was the trend.
I mean, emo kids might be all artists, but
Yeah,
not all rectangles or squares. You know what I
yeah.
mean? All
I
right.
know
You
what you
know,
mean.
you ever run a vampire game? I know you guys don't know me that well, but heck, I'd be interested if it was 40. Okay, there you go. Maybe it'll
Yeah,
be
I know
play
who
by
you are,
post.
Trucksters. Yeah,
We've seen you here. We've seen you.
I've been on on stream on Bear Channel with Trucksters, I believe.
Yeah. How
If
many
it's the same,
TTRPG games do you think about playing? I don't know. Are there a bunch?
I don't. Well, I don't know.
I don't think Vampire is one of them. So,
Yeah, yeah, but I don't know. I
but
think the premise of Empire is I think there's too much. There's the game tried to lean you too much in the direction, right? They should have given the premise, right? They should have stayed like there's vampire, there's this,
it's a
there's those
very
the power
well
you got.
defined
Yeah,
structure for
I
sure.
think it should have been like a little more free form and let player come to their own conclusion, right? They try to they
Mhm.
try to fluff it too much, and that's what give it like a really like a this vibe of like emo kind of thing, right? This emo kind of
I think
they
that you're hating the players,
yes, but like that's
which
you
I
know, but that
also hate.
but it's the way the books were written, the fiction was written, and the fluff was written that attracted those players, the gut and the emo and stuff like that, right? The fan of Anne Rice. Like if you just use the system and the rules, and you let player come to their own conclusion based on
Mhm.
this, you know, like I always say, like the rules should inform the setting, right? Because like you're gonna have like a reality, like the rules define the reality of the world, and that's gonna give you like intrinsic information about what the setting should be. And if you have rules that well use your power, then you get those hunger dice, and then when you roll those, I don't know how it works exactly, like so you stuff.
Mhm.
And when you run those when those dice roll those numbered and you go frenzy, just that and tell you something. Well, okay, I need to use my power moderately, right?
Sparingly, yeah.
Sparingly, right? And say that there's group of vampire hunter that goes after people and try to, well, okay, then that tell me that I need to remain hidden, right? You know, it's like
Yeah.
you don't have to just like explain it, like over explain it,
I
because
see
then
what
when you
you're
over
saying.
explain it, you put a flavor on it. Uh, and for me,
Yeah.
it's less interesting. I
I
always
mean,
say, like,
that's
you know,
that second thing is all. I mean, it's a really big theme of Vampire the Masquerade. You're not wrong,
The
but
Masquerade.
that is, yeah, it's the Masquerade. But it's like you don't. That's meta plot, really.
Yeah.
Like, you don't have to do it. It's just not. I don't think it's the same
It's very
setting for
core to
sure. But
it's very core to the premise, because like if you want to say
Mhm.
if you want to play in the real world, right? In the real world, we know there's no vampire, or we assume there's no vampire, right?
Yeah.
So to go around that, they say yes, there is, but there isn't, and there isn't because of that, right? Because of the masquerade.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
That's how it
I think
is.
that's fine. Hmm?
That's how it is.
Yeah, yeah,
It's it's basically like, oh, monsters are real. That's the whole point. It's modern day, except you didn't know this, but vampires exist
yeah.
and they're running everything.
But anyway, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's always like it's always obviously always gonna attract like the guts and shit like that, right?
Yeah. So just because something attracts, you know, a certain clientele,
Yeah.
does that define the product?
Uh,
Who
no, it's the other
buys
way
it?
around. It's the definition of the product that attract the clientele, right? It's like I said, like why the OSR player tend to be more conservative, on the conservative side,
Because it's older, I guess.
because the whole point of the OSR is to rejecting change.
Yeah.
So if you do that for your gaming, there's a likelihood that you're gonna do that politically as well, right? You have like you're not open, you're low on openness, right? You're not open to new idea, so you're not gonna be a progressive, most likely, right? Obviously, there's some of them, right? It's not exactly, but like in a tendency. Why does Palladium attract like hyper autistic people?
Why is Palladium all about hyper autism?
Because it's all with those like it's written in this super hermetic language with all those like acronym.
Yeah.
And anybody with a normal brain that have like say, well, you know what, I don't have to play that, I can go play something else. And also like there's all those like gonzo thing where like if you have like a very specific special interest, you can fit it somewhere in Palladium. Giant stumpy robot, or like the glitter boy or whatever, or if you
yeah.
you know. So yeah, it's gonna attract those kind of people. uh Games, uh by the nature, by the design, they're gonna attract a certain kind of crowd.
Yeah, but I don't think it's the game's fault.
Whose fault is it then?
Well, why don't you like the crowd?
I don't just because of all the thing you explain.
Yeah. Well, it's not the game that's making that crowd do that, right? It's the crowd.
Yeah.
So I would blame the crowd.
But the game attract that crowd.
Well, it's because it's attractive.
It's because they what is the crowd? Like who is this crowd?
Well, here's
like,
the thing. Here's the thing about Vampire. When you think about Vampire, there's a bunch of different clans. Okay.
Yes.
Every one of the clans, it's
Yeah.
kind of like when you think about what clan is your favorite, it's almost like a horoscope.
Yeah.
Where like you can relate probably with any clan if you really think about it.
Yeah.
It's just this hyper realized version of something about you.
Yep.
So there's gonna be like the Samisi. They really like changing their body to be the perfect thing that they always wanted to be. You know,
those didn't exist when I was playing it. They came later.
Maybe.
Or they were like in Splendid, maybe.
Yeah.
They're a Sabbath clan, no? Weren't there a Sabbath clan?
Yeah, they're one of the main Sabbat clans.
Oh yeah, okay.
It's traditionally a Sabbat clan.
Yeah, that's why I didn't know them.
Yeah.
Yeah, Toreador, if you're like all artistic and in touch with your feelings.
Yeah. If you
Nosferatu for people like you.
Yeah, Nosferatu for people like me. ugly, hideous. They just want to hide in their basement.
Yeah, Nosferatu are one of the coolest clan, the most interesting one.
I would put Nosferatu at the top for sure.
Yeah, probably top 3.
Yeah, maybe top 2.
Maybe really like the Malkavian.
I do too. I wouldn't put them up there though.
No,
I'd probably do tied for 1 and 2, Nosferatu, Ventru, and then I'd put Toreador third.
Ventru, like
as far as
I
like
could never
most
get
vampire. Vampire.
Ventru I always found them like boring.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they're I guess when I'm thinking about it in the context of like who is the most Vampire the Masquerade. I don't know.
Yes. I think that's why I find them boring, right?
Yeah.
They're like the standard, right? Them and Toreador. They're both of them like they're like
I would say Nosferatu as well. They're like a huge part of Vampire the Masquerade.
But those are like Nosferatu and Malkavian, they do feel curse more than the other, right? They do feel
for sure.
That's what is more interesting. The Gangrel are very boring as well.
They can be.
Yeah.
Everyone's interesting if you're like, what's interesting, right? I think that you can make anything interesting.
Yeah. The Wills, I don't know. I forgot them now. It's been a while since I looked into it.
I pretty much hate the
Bruja. The Bruja.
Bruja are kind of a bummer.
They're a bummer, you think?
Yeah.
Those are for the Antifa now, right?
That's what I actually would want to do, is make the Bruja that is like anti-Bruja.
Yeah.
He's like a total chud Bruja. He's like, guys, why are we such huge?
We're siding with the establishment.
Yeah. why are we such cucks for the establishment?
Yeah. If you want to get banned from another server, you can do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are we done with this topic? I feel like we didn't solve it.
I guess so. I really wanted to talk more about the anatomy of a play-by-post server.
Yeah.
I think it's I don't think it works unless you have real storytellers that are being GMs. So
obviously. I really don't get the play-by-post. So
yeah, it's like I get this itch to play a high concept vampire, and I just don't think I can get that to happen any other way.
Yeah, maybe.
So, and then I get what I want, and I'm like,
yeah. But
I didn't really want this, and then I give up.
So I feel like this was more the topic, right? It's like your experience on the play-by-post. But if we didn't solve the vampire topic, we could revisit it at some point.
I think that you are
subject.
I think that you're too harsh on Vampire the Masquerade because you hate the people that play it. That's fine. Maybe hate strong, but
no, I don't. Yeah, I don't hate them. I don't hate them. Yeah. They're just, but like it's always like I'm.
And I do too.
Considering the crowd that like and why, like that's something I'm often interesting, like the why a certain game attract a certain crowd, right? It's like, you know.
I think big part of it for play-by-post, I think a big part of it is I'm always looking for something to do while I'm like on the toilet.
Oh. Have you thought about shitting?
While I'm taking a shit.
Yeah.
I could post on a play-by-post server.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know, man. It's like but you know, like
again, otherwise I have other things to do.
I have all those hang up, you know that, right? It's like I don't like games or class where there's a lot of magic and the player are expected to have magic. Like, you know, one thing I had a problem with
that's
Dagger
what I'm talking about. When am I going to play Vampire 5th edition with Max Boivin?
Yeah,
never.
When we're playing like Dagger Art, looking at Dagger Art, right? There's one class that is not a magic using class, right?
Yeah, I remember.
Which is the one I ended up playing, like and fuck, I forgot his name now.
Matt Colville.
No, the guy was playing with us. I haven't talked to him I haven't seen him in so long. I forgot his name.
Table Runner Crispy.
No, the other guy. That was playing dwarf.
Was it Elf Hunter? Oh no!
No,
It was
no. No, but he was a name like
no,
that, but like Kingmaker. There you go,
Kingmaker. Thank
Kingmaker.
you.
Yeah, thank you, Half Hunter.
It's another one of
Yeah,
those
sorry,
two
sorry,
name.
Kingmaker
Sorry, Elf Hunter.
for getting your moniker. But he wanted to play this class, and then he yielded and let me play the class because I didn't want to play anybody with magic. But like I have like this, like when they make like video games with where you play, we're expected to play magic user and stuff like that. I always say like, well, nobody wants, like in my head, nobody wants to play that because like it's, for me, it's a very like adolescent or not even like, it's childish, that there's this fantasy, right, that solving your problem to magic. Like if you're a man, if you're well adapted man, you want to solve your problem to strength, to willpower, through grit, right? That's what you aspire. Like it's the child that is powerless, or the woman that has problem in her life and say, oh, if I just, I can wave around a magic wand and get those problems to go away, right? At some point you grow up and say, well, you know what, I have those problems in my life, I need to do something about it.
That's why it appeals to me so much, because I'm not a well-adjusted grown-up man.
But no, but I say that, but I recognize that they are my weird fucking hang up, right?
I don't know. I just like shooting stuff with my hands. Pew pew.
But you can just punch them instead. Isn't that, doesn't sound like
and then
more
like
fun?
I like the idea of like my mind, like the will being able to manifest.
Yeah.
Without physical influence.
You have to use your body.
I know.
You manifest your body.
No, I get it. I know I can't do magic, but it'd be kind of cool.
Nah.
Okay. You got a good point there.
No, but like I say that, but like I said, that's a bit tongue in cheek because I know like I'm a weirdo on that, right? I know like I go way too far. There might be something true of it.
I mean, I like doing what you're saying too. I like everything. I like everything.
So you're probably the, like, I'm like, you're probably the more well-adjusted human being than me in that sense, right? Because I go on the other extreme, right? Yeah.
That's a good point too.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
Yeah. People that insist of always doing the magic and stuff like that, that's, like, that's well, that tells something about the personality.
That is weird.
Yeah.
Usually when I go pure magic, it's like a special case. I'm with you. I like good physical violence.
Yeah.
But I'll sprinkle in some spells. I'll sprinkle it in. My cheating.
Yeah. And
I like to cheat.
It's also like in the band, like you want like a character like Geralt, right? That has like some science like that, can do like some limited magic, take potion. Yeah, that's one thing, right? But like once
if you're some weeb.
Why weeb?
If you're some emo kid.
What's playing Geralt? Is he emo?
I mean, isn't he?
I don't think so. The Witcher? I don't think he is.
Nah, I'm just doing shit. Go for it.
Yeah. Anyway.
Just salty about the vampire thing.
Being emo?
Yeah.
Yeah. But it doesn't have to be. It wouldn't have to be. But it would all be, by the nature of the game, it was attract those people.
Yeah.
You would need to filter a lot to get your own server without that, right?
That.
You're Chud
That's
by
what I'm
night.
saying. Yeah, I gotta. Because the problem, if I do Chud by night, then you get a lot of Chuds.
Yeah, you're gonna have like people that are poorly adjusted in the other direction, right? You're gonna have like people that are like sexually gross and stuff like that, right? Yeah. It's a problem. It's people like wanting to play like their own fantasy too, right? Like wanting to people that have never been cool, never been liked, never been attractive. So now they're gonna go to those crowd and try to do all that.
Maybe I say in it, this is only for people, married people with a mortgage.
Oh yeah.
Mortgage filters out a lot.
Yeah. I would be filtered out, but
You'd be
that's
filtered
fine.
out. And Max Boivin, if he wants to play. I'll put that in parentheses. And you
I had
too,
a mortgage
Max.
before. I had a mortgage before.
Yeah, if
so.
you've had a mortgage, then you're fine.
But I've never been married. Yeah.
That's fine. As long as you had a mortgage.
But no, it's something we can
move on.
come back
Let's
to at
move
some point.
on.
Let's move on. Let's move on. Let's move
For
on.
God's sakes.
Yeah.
Shall we?
Yeah, I need to do that. Let me do the.
I'm sorry that
explosion. Yeah, let's bring the wheel.
Woo!
I always forget to take out this thing, the overlay.
Sorry if that was a huge if that topic was a bummer. I don't know if that topic worked.
Yeah, they won't all work. Well, it was better than the one I did with the.
Was it better than looking at Social Blades?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
All right, maybe. Barely. Yeah. We'll put it right above the Social Blade episode.
In the ranking. If you rank them, that's where it'd be. If you rank them.
Yeah. I'm spinning it.
There's a lot of room between the two still. We can do worse.
Ooh.
Oh, there you go. A premise. That's interesting.
A premise.
A premise.
Here we go. Crime premise. For the folks at home, we are about to creatively make a premise that has the themes of crime and time travel.
A time
a
travel.
Second time travel one.
Yeah. Was it a premise too? The last time we have?
It was time travel epic or something. It was weird. Sci-fi. It was time travel sci-fi.
Was it just the two of us doing that?
Yeah.
We never guessed. We had a very cool premise there. Fine about like this time travel where you cannot go back to.
Can't go before time travel, or
cannot go
after the hard stop.
Yeah.
But we're not doing that again. We have a time travel crime premise.
Yeah, because like it would have been like that could have easy world to bring a crime in there, right? But maybe you want to change yourself more.
Should we? Yeah, should we do a premise for that world? Is that cheating?
I think it would be cheating.
Okay.
I think it would be against the spirit of the challenge.
So we're doing crime travel. I just started to put it down. I don't know.
Yeah, why not?
I don't know.
Yeah. Or time crap. No, that doesn't work.
Time travel. Okay, so time travel seems to take place in the future often. Doesn't have to.
Well, that's the whole point, right? We're talking about like not being a temporal being.
Yeah.
And being able to travel through time. Is everybody being able to travel through time, or is it like a time traveler that did commit crime? And it's a premise, so it's not like a. So you need something to start a game, right?
I'm gonna throw this out there. What if you're only going forward in time? So it's like some guy got cryogenically frozen, wakes up 2 centuries later. He stole something. Now it's 2 centuries later. Does that count?
Is that even good?
Is that even good?
Time traveling?
I don't know. No, it doesn't, obviously.
And yeah, I don't think it would be, but like it could be salvaged, right? If you maybe you have time travel, but only forward.
Mm-hmm.
A guy commit a huge crime in some time, move forward 200th century, and now you're trying to prosecute him there.
This is Demolition Man.
Yeah, it is.
We're doing Demolition Man right now. Reminds me of a cartoon I used to watch, Sherlock Holmes in the 22nd Century. Boom.
Yeah.
That was Elf Hunter. Highlight it. But what if instead there's been a crime, you have to go back in time to prevent the crime from happening. Why did you have to go back in time? What if someone stole
Right.
something from a time traveler and it causes a paradox? And so now you have to go back in time to retrieve it. It's
Are we
kind of like
thinking too small?
you're doing like Back to the Future shit. Like you can't let the time traveler see you.
Yeah. But are we thinking too small? Are we thinking like because it's a premise we're supposed to do, right? So it's something to, you know, in session 0 get the ball rolling, right?
Yeah.
Where you're gonna have like multiple adventure based on that, based off of that, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if we go like, it should
So
be like
one
not too
specific.
specific. Of like
Okay.
it's not like an adventure, like one adventure seed, right? Like one thing, like, oh, this guy came and stole from you, right? It's like that, then that solve, and then what, right? We need to think of like, so it should be like thinking about it a bit bigger.
Well, I don't want to do Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego through time, where you're like stealing the Mona Lisa and all this shit.
Me neither.
I don't really want to do time cops that are maintaining the sacred timeline thing.
No. But what if we, okay, what if we do, what if we step the PCs a bit further back, right? There's a wall slightly in the, like in near future, right? And but it's the crime issue too, right? Because like you could say like there's one faction of people that can travel through time, right? They have their limitation. You don't know them because you're not part of that, and it's secretive.
It's a aristocracy, actually. It's you have to be trustworthy. So like you have to some sort of aristocratic class of people is allowed to travel through time.
And they have their own set of rules, and they're all like it's all fucking secret closed club.
Okay, so now we are in secret society land. I like that more, actually.
Yeah, yeah.
So time
Yeah.
travel has
But
existed.
just the fact that of this power that they keep secretly, they end up like being on top of the controlling everything, right?
Ooh, okay.
So you kind of like
Perfect.
you're back to some kind of feudalism world. It's sci-fi, but it's kind of feudalism because you have like those noble that are the time traveler, the time lord, that fuck everything up.
What if the premise is you and your buddies, your technicians, you have invented time travel. Now you have basically, you and your friends have decided you're going to model the history so that your families like rule the world. And so like you have to steal certain things or go back in time to kind of manipulate events a
Okay,
certain way.
I like where
So
you're going, but I don't like the PC doing that. I like if those guy on top are the one that did that.
see, I want to be the guys doing it because then it's like it's a cool sandbox. Like you think about it, you know what I mean? Like how you get to strategize how you would do it. It's kind of cool.
Yeah.
But I get what you're saying. It's like way easier to be the guy who's in the way of this guy and like figuring out what their plans are and then trying to stop it. But where's your time machine? How did you get a time machine? You know?
Do you have to be the time traveler for it to be a
So,
time travel story?
so you're just in like a critical period of history where the time travelers have to manipulate events in order to set up the context for
No.
them to rule in the future.
What I was thinking is like you where you are when you play, they are set up. It is established. You're back in like they're back on top. You're back into some kind of feudalism stuff. And I was thinking like the PC would be more interesting if they go fuck with those guys for some
So
reason.
the PCs stumble upon a time machine
maybe that's interesting,
And
and that's a
then they're
big no
like, we
no
gotta,
because the
yeah.
secret society like this, they're very jealous about their thing, right? But now you have
Mhm.
fucking time machine, so I think that's interesting.
So that's kind of interesting because then, so do you have like a list of their logs of different things they did? You have to go back and mess with
Maybe
them.
that's what you find
Uh,
instead of finding a time machine. Maybe that's an interesting premise. You come across that,
So you just have this like the file, the files that is evidence for what they've been doing.
or it's like some kind of like computer device that update itself, and you can go back in like previous version of like the events, right? And the populace only got the newest version, but you can go back and see the change they have, and maybe you have access to some kind of like a forum that they discuss about the thing in the back.
But how would you stop? You can't do anything without a time machine.
Well, that's the premise.
So you
That's
gotta
what
go
I find
find. You got to go get a time machine.
That's what I find interesting. That's what I find. That's what
Ah.
like your idea. I like your idea too about like going back in time and like being this family that you do that. But that seemed more like a romp through time. Like it's one. Like it's more
Mhm.
like a dark adventure. Like this thing is like you know you have a problem. You have this thing established. It's more in the background. It felt like more like a premise for like
Yeah,
okay, now
like
what
a,
do we do about it? I
yeah.
think
So
that's
this
more
is,
interesting. Like because like are we just gonna try to kill those guys? Are we gonna try to get a time machine? Are we trying to fix that? Are we saying well there's no point in fixing it. We might as well just like we can get rid of those guys, stop it from changing everything, get rid
mhm.
of them, and then just like, well, now that's the timeline, and we don't know actually what's happened in the past. Are we trying to make the past what it was? Does it matter at that point, right? It's like
It's true. What if it's not
you want
better?
to do. Yeah, there's a lot of like obviously they manipulated to put themselves in power, but if we can get rid of those guys and get rid of their tech,
Mhm.
it feel like that feel for me that feel like a good premise because there's a lot of like
I agree.
path that it can go through.
Yeah.
And does it hit the crime element? Like this family is kind of criminal, I guess, because
They
they're
stole the world,
changing.
bro.
Yeah, and
Talking about.
you're making it. You're
Yeah.
engaging in a crime by
You're
possessing
gonna
this
go
device.
steal a time machine, potentially.
Yeah, potentially, or go against those rulers. So
Yeah.
there's a criminal, and there's probably like some resistance movement you're gonna find across that. You're probably not
Yeah.
the only one that.
Whatever you're doing to stop uh this ultimate control of this aristocracy is
Yeah,
probably
and
going to end up being illegal.
yes, and you
Probably
and
don't want you to.
you're probably not the only one that has this goal, like, or that got some touched information, right? So you're probably gonna find other faction. I think it's a very interesting premise, actually.
I agree. Nailed it.
Futural feudalism with time traveling lord. Yeah, I think we nailed it. There you go.
Easy. Easy. I love the
And
limited time travel
yeah,
for the aristocrats.
yeah.
Easy.
There's probably there. We could go. No, there's a lot of place to expand. Like maybe there's a console, and like to time travel something like they have to have this super majority vote if they want to do something, right? Or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Or it's just that there's like 4 guys.
There are 4 guys, or it's super resource intensive to actually do a jump. So you have to do. It's not something you do lightly. Right?
Well, that's why they did all that work before by traveling back in time.
Yeah, exactly. But now, like
They got it
every
all set
move
up.
has to be super calculated and stuff like that.
How many
I think it's a good
guys is it?
premise.
How many
I think 4
guys
is too
know?
little
Yeah.
because you also want to have conflict amongst them.
I don't want it to be like 100-person committee or anything.
No, 100 would be too much, I think.
Yeah.
But I think maybe like maybe 2 dozen, right?
Too many.
Too many?
I guess it's like who was on the project for
Yeah.
developing a time machine. So it'd be like the R&D division of a company, and then
But
the
like it's
manager of that R&D division, he's kind of like the head guy now.
but I was saying that like as like families, right? Because it might be like something
Okay.
also like they live to like they might not be the first guy that developed the technology. They might be the descendant of those guys.
Oh, these guys are there too. That's
Yeah,
the hook, right?
but now they're old, right?
They'll show
Oh,
up if they're needed.
oh yeah, I guess it's time traveling, right?
Yeah.
unless there's a big limit on it. But
They're no longer temporal beings.
I guess, yeah.
They can show up whenever they want.
That might also be like a part of the it's. I think it's interesting if like there's enough,
because they got to go
some
forward
kind
in time to see what they made the mistake on, right?
Yeah.
So they don't know what to prepare for unless they go forward in time and see what happened.
Oh yeah. Oh, so it's like a trial and error.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I like the idea. Like I like the idea of like there's like some sub faction inside of that big faction, right? So there need to be enough people for that.
Okay.
That they disagree on like what kind of changes should make and what
maybe it's like the second generation of these guys, because they want to have families. Otherwise, what's the point?
And you can have like and you can have like this kind of Game of Thrones kind of big family kind of thing, right? Like, and
nice.
And then you're just like the peasant on there that are like.
I'm gonna go back in time and set Max's clock back 15 minutes.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, what is that you?
No reason.
Yeah.
Hey, what are you doing in my house? Oh shit.
Imagine like traveling back in time to change the time of a clock. It's like
what a time traveling crime.
Yeah, but it's also like kind of ironic, right? Just like
now you're gonna be late 15 minutes.
Yeah. All right, we nailed it. I think it's an interesting premise, and I wish somebody was like,
do you think that premise would attract emo kids?
No,
that's what I'm concerned with.
No.
Okay,
but it might attract like Doctor Who watcher.
Watch it.
It's not better.
It's not. You want to hit up the next segment?
Yeah, here we go again. Let's go for the rants. Little Will rants.
Here we go again.
Time. I get out of the.
Oh no, I did the thing.
What? You spinned?
Oh, I did the whole window. Oh well, it'll be okay.
Yeah, I'll survive.
Vroom.
We can see your tab though.
I know.
Yeah. I wanted to do the safe. Oh man, I wanted to do the safe too.
Are session zeros even necessary, guys?
You have thought on that?
Have we done that one before?
We might.
Here we go again, though. I guess that's the whole segment. Again. Are session zeros necessary? I would say go ahead and have them.
Mm-hmm.
They're definitely necessary if you haven't played with people before.
Yeah, that's a good point. If you haven't played, if there's a new group, that's they're much more necessary there.
Much more necessary.
I guess I was going there because I was about to say if it's the people you've played with a lot, you can sometimes like forego them. They can just be an email, basically.
Yeah, it can be solved in an email, but it's nice.
They're fun, but
they're definitely preferable.
Yeah.
Necessary, but strong.
You can skip them.
Yeah.
If they're people you trust, you've played with before and stuff like that, you're on the same wavelength.
Oh.
Like we technically didn't have a session 0 before the Witch of Dunkel Vale. We didn't have one when we did like the 7-hour game, the Traveler game with Shauner, right? For Shauner's anniversary, I mean.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
We just
we winged it.
We winged it, but like we all people that know each other and played together a lot, right? So we exchanged some email in a group chat and say, some message in the group chat and say, let's do that, and then we did, right? So they're not very necessary. And sometimes like Elf Hunter say I skip them for one shot. I wouldn't skip them for campaign though. That's a good point too. But also like sometimes if you skip them, it might be like the first 20 minutes of your session 1 that end up being a session 0, basically, right?
Yeah, that's the thing that happens, right? If you don't do it, then it just eats into session 1 time.
Yeah,
almost always.
Yeah, or it's gonna be a bunch. It's gonna be a bunch of like a message like sent back and forth, and that also takes time, right? It's a different way of taking time instead of like having like, well, let's get together for 90 minutes or half an hour for that.
Yeah, it's like so basically you're doing a shittier version of session 0.
Sometimes it's just like the most efficient way to do it.
Yeah, getting together is tougher.
Yeah,
than
and
posting.
it's pleasant in theory, right? If you play with people that you like, right?
In theory,
Yeah, you can have fun there too.
yeah, that's important.
But
I would say,
that's
you know what?
yeah.
I'm taking a hard stance. It's necessary. If you don't
It's
do it, you're gonna
yeah,
regret it probably.
and yeah, if you don't do it, like, it is gonna be done in a shittier form, right?
Yeah, and then everyone's gonna have a question.
They're gonna happen anyway. It's almost, you can say.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Except it happens during play. That's the worst, right? Is
yeah,
if all that stuff that you didn't talk about,
yeah,
you have to figure it out while you're playing, then
yeah.
it's definitely immersion
Pause the
breaking.
game to do it. That's
Yeah.
gonna be the worst.
Who's doing success? Am I doing my successes? Am I doing
Yeah.
my
What is not
no
necessary in session zero, and what people want to do session zero about oftentimes, like in the modern ways, like talking
This
about
is a
all
good
those
way to
line
say
and
it.
veil and shit like that, right?
Mhm.
Yeah. So that thing you can skip, right? Just play with fucking normal human being, well, just human
Yeah.
being.
As long as they accept Max does not like women in power.
Yeah, that's where I threw my
line.
discard. Yeah. So the king is dead, and there's the queen running.
Excuse me. Actually,
Yeah,
are you seriously saying that to me right now?
it was pretty clear. But
I thought I was clear. We should have session zeroed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's an unusual situation, Max. Like, sorry, it's a hard line.
Yeah.
Not a veil, it's a line.
Also, my pronoun are
Mm-hmm.
I, me, myself.
Yeah.
That's when people ask you pronoun, that's what you answer. My pronoun is I, me, myself. And then when they talk like, oh, like, hey, respect my pronoun. It's like make language impossible. Because they have to talk about you saying I.
I prefer nosotros. Just something like crazy.
Yeah.
I'm a nosotros vosotros guy.
Sure you are.
Mm-hmm. All right.
No, but you know, like if they use like other pronoun, like they use they, right, them, and
Oh, yeah, I got it.
make conversation complicated, like make it even more fucking complicated, right?
Yeah.
So like the guy said like, oh yeah, I have a problem with them because he said that, and say respect my pronouns. Like, I have a problem because I say that.
Yeah.
Make it insane. Amplify. Give him what they want and amplify.
But I only refer to
give more than
myself
they
as
ask for.
he.
Yeah.
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 When I'm speaking in first person, I use he. So like it always sounds like you're talking about the guy who's talking
Yeah,
about you.
exactly. Yeah.
It's
There's
great.
no fucking winning.
Smart.
Yeah.
All right.
Anyway,
Did we do it?
yeah, I think we did it. Like this
I got-
trend. Yeah, I think there's a premise like my trumpets say there. It's inevitable. Like session zero.
Yeah.
If you don't have it, well, it's gonna
happening
sneak in
anyways.
some other way,
It's
right?
gonna
Exactly.
happen.
Yeah.
You might as well do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, is breathing necessary? Oh, that's not really good. What's another one? Is weather necessary?
Yeah. Yeah.
Something like that. I don't know.
Exactly.
I'll think of a better metaphor when I do. Anyways.
Yep, that's how it works.
That's how it goes.
Yeah. Anyway, that's it.
One last question for you. First of all, sorry we didn't do the play-by-post. I don't think we solved it. BLG.
Well,
please.
No, I guess it was like a bit of a venting episode for you, right? Which is fine.
It was. I just don't know what I'm doing. What a waste of time. I'm sorry, everybody. The next one will be better.
Maybe not. Maybe it's going to be worse. Maybe it's going to be exactly the same.
100% it's going to be better.
Only way to find out, you have to tune in 2 weeks.
Yeah. There's dips and valleys. That's what we have, a series of dips and valleys.
Yeah, it's a real show, right? We're
All right.
There you go.
Well,
and Fulton enjoyed it.
Thanks.
And that's,
thank you. Finally,
that's the important part. Yeah. Well, that's what we're making the show for, right?
I knew it was a hit. I knew it was a hit. Well, did you have fun though, Max?
I did actually have fun.
That's good.
Yeah.
I think we
Yeah.
nailed the premise like hard.
Yeah,
It's
I
kind of
think it's a very
badass,
cool premise.
actually.
Yeah, yeah. And I think we also came with a new thing for about the Season Zero that if you don't have them, it's gonna happen anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah. Great show. Did you have fun,
Great
Phil?
show. Oh, I did have fun. Thanks for asking. I hope you had
Yeah.
fun, chat.
Yeah. And people watching on the replay. We also have a
Yeah.
bunch of them too. Thank you very much for tuning in, and we'll see you in 2 weeks. Let's try to have Crispy on if he's available.
Yeah, let's
in
do
2
the
weeks.
crispy.
And also in 2 weeks, we will have to talk about Free RPG Day, I guess, to some extent. So be ready for that. Which
Okay.
happened like it's the June 27th, but the next
Okay.
show is gonna be like June 20, something like that. So it's gonna be like just 1 week before. She had fun, exactly. Yeah.
I had fun, and so did I.
Yeah, and so unless things change, unless Crispy isn't available, or unless something big happen, we're probably gonna talk about like roping people in the 40. Effective strategy to convert people
I'll
without
have
them
some
knowing.
real world experience coming into that show too. So we'll see how it goes.
All right, take care, guys.
Take care.
See ya.
God bless.